What's happening, man? What's cracking? How's everybody doing, man? How is everybody doing on this beautiful day? How are everybody doing on this beautiful day, man? I don't know, man. I just think this stuff is pure comedy, man. I mean, pure comedy, bro. I'm enjoying this, man.
Artemis 2 mission is officially on its way to the moon.
And it comes after a final major engine firing last night. Local 10's Hour Onward in the newsroom with more on what happened on day 3 of this mission.
Yeah, Eric and Christy, day 3, so far so good. Today, the 4 astronauts are scheduled to have a CPR demonstration, and they're going to carry out a communications test through the deep space.
Oh, what?
And they're going to carry out a communication. So far so good. Today, the 4 astronauts are scheduled to have a CPR demonstration, and they're going to carry out a communications test through the Deep Space Network, all after they sent us Earthlings some pretty neat images they just captured. All new photos released by NASA show the first images taken by the Artemis crew. For the very first time, we're seeing Earth from the Orion spacecraft.
My body's getting reacclimated. It's been a few years since I've been up here.
For NASA and a new generation, it's another giant leap for mankind.
We have just completed the translunar injection burn. Preliminary reports of a good burn.
In layman's terms, that means the process needed to boost the spaceship's speed fast enough to break free of the Earth's circular orbit was successful.
We all expected a really just dynamic ride, a lot of motion. We were prepared to potentially not being able to see telemetry, to maybe even not.
She's such a fraud. All of them are frauds, but she's trying too hard to. What is she talking about, man? All these crazy details, man. What the fuck? They just don't know. You got Black Columbo on the scene, man. Black Columbo's on the scene, man.
Being able to, touch switches, and it was very smooth.
The 4 astronauts on this 10-day mission are paving the way for future lunar surface operations as they circumnavigate the Earth's only natural satellite.
Humanity has once again shown what we are capable of, and it's your hopes for the future that carry us now on this journey around the moon.
The historic trip marks the first time humans left Earth's orbit since 1972's Apollo 17 mission.
For the flag.
First and foremost, I would just like to say thank you. Your support and trust in us has enabled this.
The crew is expected to come back to Earth on April 10th.
NASA is pushing to accelerate our return to the surface of the moon. Artemis 2 is a key first step to that.
That's very interesting what he said. Your support and trust for us has helped us accomplish this. That's an interesting thing to say. I find that very interesting. Our support and trust is what allowed them to do this. We have to trust that this is real. We have to trust that this is real. Us trusting that this is real is what's allowing this to happen. Thank you. Thank you, Lucky Camera. No one's having a panic attack. No one. I wouldn't have got on that motherfucker. I ain't even gonna lie. I'd have got cold feet. I'd have punked out, man. I'd have started trembling and shit. While he was walking up the motherfucking ladder to get on the spaceship, I'd have been trembling and shit. They'd have been like, yo, they would have said like, he can't go up there, man. They'd have sent the backup, the backup astronaut up there, man. They're like, man, we can't trust this dude, man. He said, she gonna get naked? No, but he is. I'm gonna show y'all that later. He's gonna get naked. Man, this is funny, man.
Thank you. Your support and trust in us has enabled this.
The crew is expected to come back to Earth on April 10th.
NASA is pushing to accelerate our return to the surface of the moon. Artemis 2 is a key first step to that. Shake down that rocket, make sure we understand how that spacecraft works.
And big weekend plans for the space crew. The Artemis 2 crew is planning to hold a review of their methods of capturing images like you saw earlier. They're also going to practice quickly putting on their spacesuits in case of emergencies. Live in the newsroom, Syra Onward, Local 10 News.
Is there a star? Is there any stars, man? When I look up, I see stars, man. When I look up, I see stars, man. So hold on, that shit just fell off. Now tell me this, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. So this the rocket, it just fell off, right? The rocket just fell off, right? Boom. And the Earth's spinning, right? The Earth is spinning. How they know where that rocket gonna fall at? I'm sure there's something they can tell us, but I would love to know how they know that rocket ain't gonna land in the ocean and shit, land on a building, land on. All right, let me get the cockpit. I want to get inside. I want to see what they're doing inside the cockpit, man. What they doing inside there, man. Cause yesterday was the oh man, slow. I mean, listen, this is the greatest mission of our time. It's the first time we left Earth orbit in fucking 50 years, man, plus.
Sam, you've been tracking the major milestones along this mission.
That was such an awesome interview. I mean, imagine hanging upside down to sleep. Yeah. All right, so that final major engine firing happening last night. So now Orion is out of the Earth's orbit and racing toward the moon. I got my notes with me. Let's go. Here's what happens. Over the next couple of weeks or so, that capsule is going to trace that figure 8 in orbit like we showed you yesterday, the far side.
So it's going to go around the moon. It's going to go from Houston around the world, twice around the world, and then it's going to go around the moon, and it's going to come back, and then around and back to Houston. All this while the Earth's spinning, and nah. Oh my God, man. It just doesn't make sense, man. None of it makes sense. They haven't been since 1972. They're not even going this time. Like, this is not even a trip to space. This is just all so weird, man. It's all so weird. It's all so weird, man. So strange. Wow, man. I'm just saying, man. And anybody, I'm gonna drop the link early tonight. Oh man. I you know what, man? I'm gonna try to believe it, right? I'm gonna give it an open mind tonight. I'm gonna give it an open mind tonight, man. It's not right, man. It's not right for me to just be biased. Like, you know what I mean? I gotta give it an open mind. I gotta give it an open mind. Let's see, man. He said they should.
The moon is the goal and back to Earth. Now on Monday's Moon Day. It's the lunar flyby and it begins then. 6 hours, the crew will take those photos, videos, all of this side that hasn't really been photographed well or all areas yet. Looking at the moon surface and for preps on future landing sites, possible by as early as 2028. Monday evening, Orion will make its closest approach to the moon between 4,000 and 6,000 miles above the lunar surface, and it's likely to pass that Apollo 13 distance record, flying farther from Earth than any crewed space mission in history. Now, on Friday, Orion will start to re-enter Earth's atmosphere at about 25,000 miles an hour. That's when you'll get the parachutes that will help them land safely, splashing down off the coast of Southern California. So mission is a go and successful when we see that splashdown and we know that all the critical systems have been checked to make sure that we can do what we want to do in the future, like in 2028, putting people on the moon. George?
Okay, Sam, thanks.
So they already said in 2028, they're going to put people on the moon.
Retired NASA astronaut Bonnie Dunbar joins me now. She took part in 5 space flights and spent more than 50 days.
Who thinks this bitch went to space 5 times? I need to know, man. Press 1 if you think this bitch went to space 5 times. I need to know, man, who I'm dealing with. I really want to know who I'm dealing with. This ain't even about me. This is about I want to know so I can know how to, do the show. I want to know how to approach the show. Who think this bitch went to space 5 times?
In space. It's great to have you with us. I wonder, I know that for anyone attached to a mission, you're very focused on your mission. But I wonder, is there any small part of you that is envious of the 4 who are up there right now and what they're seeing?
Oh, absolutely. I became enamored with space when I was very young, probably about 9 years old. And then so I remember when Sputnik went over. I remember I was a sophomore in engineering when we went around the moon the first time, Apollo 8, very much like this. And then remember when we landed on the moon in 1969. But I was really motivated as a young girl to want to go to Mars. So I may not make it there, but I hope in my lifetime I see that we have humans exploring that far.
And we've gone over this a couple of times this week, Bonnie, but I think it's always worth repeating why the moon and creating a base of operations on the moon is vital to any aspirations we may have about getting to Mars.
Well, we're actually very fortunate that we have a moon so close to us that provides us an opportunity for operations and extreme environments to to go back and forth to before we try something like Mars, which might be a 3-year mission. And I sort of look at it as early exploration. When my grandparents immigrated here from Scotland, we had not even been to Antarctica yet. We gradually got there, and now we've got, more than, I think, almost 30 nations with research bases there. But the moon may be, 3.5, 4, 5 days away. We can get back and forth to that. We need to learn how to work in a reduced gravity environment. We're 1G here on the Earth. The moon is 1/6, and Mars is 3/8, and that affects our design of our systems, our human body, all that. So it's a great research base, and the South Pole is important.
I don't believe nothing this woman is saying. This woman, I listen.
Sam, you've been tracking.
I do not believe a word that woman is saying. Not one word.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Tonight guys is a really special night because I'm taking pictures of Artemis 2 Orion spacecraft that carries 4 astronauts on board, and they're all going towards the moon right now. And what I want to do in this video is to show you guys how Orion spacecraft looks like through an amateur telescope from Earth as well. And everything is mounted on EQ6R Pro mount. So guys, if you have something similar in terms of the setup, then you already kind of know what results you can expect from your imaging sessions. If you have bigger setups, of course, the results will be better in terms of... Website has a Python script that you can use along with official NASA ephemeris that you can also download off this website. And what you're doing there is you typing in your actual coordinates on Earth, and you can also add some information about the focal length of the telescope.
You gotta go to NASA's website and download some shit so you can see it through a telescope. Why you can't just look through your fucking telescope and see it? This is crazy, man.
Over here. So while all the stars, they look sharp because I was using guiding, the Orion spacecraft, it moves relatively fast compared to like our location and everything. So in 15 seconds sub-exposure, the spacecraft looks like a star trail. And if you would take another one, then
Now to the awe of what's happening in our sky. Crews aboard the Artemis 2 began their second full day in space this afternoon. When they woke up around 1 p.m. our time, the spacecraft and its crew were approximately 99,000 miles from Earth. The astronauts are sending back some breathtaking images from their voyage so far. ABC's Alex Stone has the latest on the journey.
They're 99,000 miles from Earth.
Today, these new out-of-this-world...
Do you know how fucking far that is? Ain't no way you going 99,000 miles from Earth and you just coming back. I don't care what the fuck. Listen, they 99,000 miles from Earth in this, just pushing, like hurtling through the galaxy. What if they just like go off course or some fucking unexplained space shit that we don't know about? Like the way, listen, the way they make it seem is like we know everything about space. Nothing bad can happen. How these motherfuckers gonna go all the way up there and just guaranteed to come back?
Photos from the Orion capsule. Earth is seen in stunning clarity, and this image through a window of Orion. The crew has named the capsule Integrity.
I really like it up here. I wish I could have got here sooner.
The Artemis 2
Who
crew
believes
speaking with
that
ABC.
fucker said I really like it up here? That fucker's in a goddamn tent. I want you to, if your little kid's got a tent, or if you drive, or if you camping on the hike or whatever, you know what a 6-person tent looks like, what it feels like. But just hurtling through the galaxy. You don't know where the fuck you're at. You don't know where you're going. You're just hurtling through the galaxy. Who would say that? Who would say they wish they could have been here sooner? That's just weird. This fucker said he wish, not only is he having the time of his life stuck in this thing, but he wish he could have gotten here sooner.
The crew has named the capsule Integrity.
I really like it up here. I wish I could have got here sooner.
The Artemis 2 crew speaking with ABC's Gio.
Yeah, her hair is standing up because it got gel in it. Because if it was really weightlessness, each individual hair would be floating on its own pattern and shit. All the hairs just wouldn't stand up and just be still. That shit don't make no fucking sense.
After what NASA
and how come women don't cut their hair? If you go into space, bitch, why you don't cut your fucking hair so it don't get in the way? This is a hazard, man. Why the bitch don't just cut her hair and get a low cut like a dyke? This is a serious mission, bitch. You got a ponytail and shit.
Here sooner.
The Artemis 2 crew speaking with ABC's Gio Benitez after what NASA is calling a flawless translunar injection burn, propelling the crew from Earth's orbit on a non-stop journey to go around the moon.
Crew is go for TLR.
Yeah, windows. How you gonna have windows in that motherfucker? Windows in space? Windows in space. Why not just set up some cameras on the outside of the vessel so they can take pictures and you don't even have to worry about it? Just time them to click when you get a certain space and a certain distance. Why you got windows in space? That window that window gets breached. It's over, right? It's cold as shit up in space, right? It's instantly over.
With this burn to the moon, we do not leave Earth. We choose it.
Why? And look, all these motherfuckers is sitting at all these desks doing nothing, man. This don't even make sense for it to be like this, right? This look like a goddamn call center and shit. If this shit was real, it would be way more serious than this, man.
The engine fired off 6,000 pounds of thrust and means now even if something were to go wrong, the moon's gravity would slingshot them around the lunar surface and back to Earth.
I want you to listen to what he just said.
Slingshot them around. Now, even if something were to go wrong, the moon's gravity would slingshot them around the lunar surface and back to Earth. The engine fired off 6,000 pounds of thrust and means now even if something were to go wrong, the moon's gravity would slingshot them around the lunar surface and back to Earth.
It was pretty tense moments there for a second. There is nothing normal about this. Sending 4 humans 250,000 miles away is a Herculean effort, and we are now just realizing the gravity of that.
Nick Notoria from our ABC Houston station inside Mission Control.
Just like they did more than 50 years ago, it's here in Mission Control in Houston that'll see images of the crew as they go around the moon. If you're wondering what it'll look like, officials say just hold out a ball the length of your arm, and that's the view of the moon the astronauts will have.
NASA giving a Good Friday mission update.
Since yesterday's translunar...
Now, see, what they think is ain't nobody gonna question this shit because they got a black woman up there. Nah, you got the wrong motherfucker. Press 1. You got the wrong motherfucker. Salute to Deluxe 247, aka Cal Ripken, aka the real MVP, coming through once again. You got the wrong motherfucker. You got the wrong motherfucker. You got me fucked up. You can have, oh, it could be a whole team of black women up there. All these motherfuckers up here could be black. Women and shit. I don't give a fuck. This shit fake, motherfucker. Don't blow smoke on my ass. Pause. This shit is pure comedy, man. He said a sun woman with goofy glasses.
Good Friday mission update.
Since yesterday's translunar injection.
Yo, listen, man. This shit is bullshit.
Burn to send the crew around the moon. The mission continues to perform well overall, and the crew is in great spirits.
What are you most excited about once you get to the moon?
Having just experienced incredible views of planet Earth and seeing the entire planet out the window in one pane, knowing that we're about to have some similar views of the moon in that same way is definitely getting me more excited for it.
Now, they're expected to swing around the moon on Monday, maybe seeing parts of the moon never seen by the human eye. And NASA's saying next Thursday, the crew will get to see a solar eclipse on board. In Los Angeles, Alex Stone, Channel 6 Action News.
I mean,
Of course, we're used to seeing the crescent moon in the night sky, but check out this sight of the crescent Earth. Oh, what a sight. The Artemis 2 crew capturing these images from the Orion capsule after they completed what's called a translunar injection burn, which catapulted them out of Earth's orbit and on a path toward the moon. NASA says a series of shorter burns will help the astronauts stay on course.
I want you to just look at this, man. Asian man, black woman, there's a Latina and shit.
A series of shorter burns will help the astronauts stay on course to slingshot around the far side of the moon on Monday, taking humans the farthest they have ever gone before. Until then, they will test their pressure suits and conduct other tests to ensure NASA is ready to put astronauts back on the surface of the moon as early as 2028.
The whole point of this mission is a campaign to get back to the moon. And the being able to see with human eyes the lunar surface is a huge milestone, right? And that just articulates the point, that we're going back to the moon. We're going to stay there.
Yo, what the fuck did this dude just say, man? Yo, bro, they NASA. I think NASA gives them scripts, but I think NASA does kind of like Curb Your Enthusiasm. They give them a loose script, and because the script is not word for word, it's not like a script in a movie where you recite lines. They're subconscious. When you know you're lying, listen, man. When you know you're lying, right? And you know what I mean? And you know it's a big fat lie like this. Your brain kind of wants to tell the truth. So you gotta fight your intrusive thoughts that really want to tell the truth. And they went out because it comes out. The truth comes out. The truth comes out when you're trying to lie. You know what I mean? The truth comes out. He said, well, fuel tanks for a $500,000, 500,000 mile round trip. Yeah, man. He said, these are sociopaths. Yeah, he's definitely a sociopath. Like, you gotta be a psychopath to lie like this, man. Like this is next level line. Like, you lying like a motherfucker. Like, this is like diabolical. Like, my nigga, you are a psychopath, man. And listen, man. Like I said before with Erica Kirk, Lying's not a problem in the Erica Kirk situation, right? Who the fuck is she? She just running Erica Kirk is just running the foundation that her husband left her. So her little lies about who she dated in the past and stupid shit like that, that's not important to me. These lies right here, this is important to me. Press 1. This is diabolical, man.
The whole point of this mission is a campaign to get back to the moon, and the being able to see with human eyes the lunar surface is a huge milestone, right? And that just articulates the point, that we're going back to the moon. We're going to stay there.
Going to stay there. Here's a glimpse of what the astronauts are doing. You can see that is pilot Victor Glover getting some exercise with a flywheel. And because you just can't put things down in space, Canadian astronaut Jeremy Hansen simply let his piece of bread float in the air while he...
Right? Like, okay, so give us a 24-hour view of this shit right here. Give us an extended, because this right here where they floating and shit, it's harder to recreate this than it is with the harnesses. Like in the other scenes, like yesterday when they just all sitting in front of the camera, that's the harness, right? They mimic floating by putting them on harnesses, right? This right here, though, he said you can't put something down that floats, but the tablet is down. He put the tablet down. He put the tablet down. The tablet is down, man. Boy, oh boy. Listen, 24 hours is a long time, man. Listen. To be up in this, and listen, I wouldn't even want to be up in this motherfucker if it was just sitting on Earth. If it was just sitting on Earth, I wouldn't want to be in that motherfucker.
He opens his dinner. We talk with Terry Hart, who was among the first astronauts to fly on the space.
So this motherfucker, look at this. This is a helium tank, man. A helium tank. It's 1950s and shit, 1960s and shit. You supposed to believe this motherfucker, he went to space, but these motherfuckers can't. This motherfucker went to space, but these motherfuckers can't.
Opens his dinner. We talk with Terry Hart, who was among the first astronauts to fly on the space shuttles. He says going back to the moon now, an entirely different game.
It's more about extending our capabilities instead of just visiting and coming back with a few moon rocks. Now we're going to set up permanent facilities on the South Pole.
NASA hopes what we learn now will help us one day get to Mars.
The 4 astronauts aboard Artemis 2 are giving us the first glimpse of their view from space. They launched their mission to the moon Wednesday, making it the first time humans have left to travel the moon since the Apollo 17 mission back in 1972.
This is the stunning view of Earth captured by the astronauts aboard Artemis 2 as the 4 crew members journey to the moon. One crew member describing the moments they looked back at Earth, saying it was a spectacular pole-to-pole sight, and described Earth as a pale blue dot through the crew's eyes.
This is literally and symbolically our moonshot that we're in the middle of.
NASA giving an update on Friday afternoon, day 3 into what's expected to be a 10-day mission.
Booster ignition and liftoff.
Artemis 2 launched Wednesday evening. The purpose is for the astronauts to further study the moon's surface. The trip will take them around the moon and then return to Earth.
Being able to see with human eyes the lunar surface is a huge milestone.
It's part of NASA's long-term plan to return humans to the moon and eventually establish a lunar settlement.
We're building a transportation system. And to have a reliable and robust transportation system, you need to test flight.
The crew members live, eat, sleep, work out, and carry out science experiments inside Orion, which is roughly the size of a camper van. And back on Earth, family members are celebrating.
I shed some tears, but it was because of such a proud moment and how happy and proud I am of my son and this adventure along with his crewmates.
It'd be funny if his son walked out the back room. He's like, man, I'm filming, mother. like the son didn't know his father was filming and shit and came out the back room. Like with a plate and shit. It's some boxes with a plate trying to like go in the kitchen and shit. Like, oh shit. I ain't know you. Why you ain't tell me you was going live, motherfucker? This is bullshit, man. I know you black and yada, 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 and your ancestors, the son of slaves, are now in space. Yeah, I got you, motherfucker. This is bullshit.
One local photographer captured some incredible images here of Artemis 2 on Earth. He shot
I'll
photos.
show y'all something. I got something to show y'all, man. Shout out to my man, Lynn, man. Lynn says, greetings, Auckland the Nation. Wow, I triggered dozens of people today on YouTube. I got slammed. Yeah. Read the comment sections in these videos, man, for Artemis, man. It's like 100% of the people believe this shit. Nobody doesn't believe this shit. So yeah, if you in any of these YouTube comment sections for any of these Artemis videos, you are the only person that doesn't believe this shit. They got full fucking 100% indoctrination. Which is crazy, which should tell you something. I saw that. I was looking at it earlier when I was, preparing for the show. I looked at some shit. I was like, yo, these niggas, it's 100% of the people believe this shit. That's why I'm here. I'm here for the people who don't believe this shit. I'm here for y'all, man. I'm here for the people that don't believe this bullshit. Look at how our hair's moving now. Now they're really, you notice now, the way they simulate 4G is they take them up in a plane, right? And they rapidly descend. Did you know that? The way they simulate for these scenes, the way they simulate 4G is to take them up like 40,000 feet in the plane and then descend rapidly. So they're not descending like when you're landing. They're descending like rapidly, and that causes, weightlessness on the plane. So they're on a plane right now. These people on a plane, and they're simulating this scene. This is a scene they're creating. I bet you they won't go, and you can only do it for like maybe 2 minutes, right? A minute and a half or 2 minutes. That's why the scenes where they're weightless, they're not long. You don't get 20-minute scenes of them being weightless. But when they're sitting in front of the camera talking to CBS or NBC via satellite, they simulate weightlessness with harnesses and a green screen. But now this is real weightlessness right here. And look how her hair is behaving differently. You notice her hair isn't just poofed up straight and stiff. Press 1. You notice her hair isn't just sitting up straight and stiff. it's like each strand is going in its own different direction. See, Black Columbo's on the scene, man. They fucked up when they let Black Columbo get this case, man. They fucked up when they let Black Columbo get this case. You see, look, her hair is different. When she's on the you see, they simulating weightlessness. They're simulating weightlessness. And look, she's doing the most with her hair. She trying to like. And listen, he got hair too. Like, what the fuck? Like, he don't have a lot of it, but he got hair too. Why is hair not floating? But, you know what I'm saying? He got glasses on, whatever. But, you know, he got glasses. But listen, whatever. Well, baby got some gel. But listen, look. Look at how her hair's behaving right here. When they do the, but these scenes are shorter. These scenes are like 15 seconds, 30 seconds, because you can't simulate weightlessness for a long time. Doug, man, I'm gonna drop the link too, man, for you to come on up here, man. Doug is dug in, man. Doug is dug in. I'm gonna start calling you Doug in. Doug is dug in for NASA, man. This shit is hilarious, man. Let me drop the link, man. Let me drop the link, man. My man Doug is dug in, man. He said I feel my IQ drop about a minute. All right, man. Let's see, man. It says
pero lo inédito, digamos, Max.
Okay. I don't understand what the fuck he said. What's this? Okay, yeah, this is another
Going
view.
to the moon! Holy shit! They're going to the moon!
Look at this spectacle. They could achieve that, getting that little pod up into the orbit. They could achieve that without all of this. This is spectacle. This is not necessary to get that little pod.
Holy shit!
Up into space. This is spectacle. This is like theater. This is a grand show. That little ass pod, it's the size of a tent. Why not just fly a plane up there and then let the pod, what do they say, uses thrusters to get on? It uses thrusters to get to the moon and shit. Why you gotta do all this? Why you gotta, this is a waste. Why you gotta, this is not efficient. This is inefficient, man. This is such an inefficient way to get something high in the air. When you could just use a Spirit Airlines to fly 40,000 feet and let the shit use its thrusters to go the rest of the way. Shout out to Lil. He said it's all over this spaceship. Like, yo, man, come on, man. And that's why I don't doubt that this actually happened. Because we can see this with our eyes on a camera, right? We can see this with the camera that this is actually happening. I'm not doubting that they blasted some shit in the air. It's an easier way to get up there, man. We got planes, man. You don't have to do this to get up in the air. Press 1. Why do you have to do this to get up in the air? Something the size of a tent. Because remember, the thing that's going to the moon is the size of a tent. It takes all this to blast something the size of a tent up to where it can just now use its thrusters or whatever the fuck it says. Yeah, they use lots of technical phrases. Yeah, they're lying. You know what I'm saying? It says when you lie, you use specific. You know what I mean? We did that the other day. We went over that the other day. I can go over that again. I can go over that again. Okay? Listen. I can go over that again, man. Salute to all y'all, man. I got time, man. Lying involves intentionally presenting false information or omitting truth, often marked by high cognitive load indicators like excessive detail, rapid eye fluttering. Remember how fast she was blinking yesterday? That bitch was blinking like she had something in her eye. An increased vocal pitch or lower volume. Behavioral cues include increased non-congruent body gestures, such as covering mouth, eyes, and inconsistencies with a known truth-telling baseline. Let's see. Let's say this video, how to spot a liar. Okay, let's.
Some general research that suggests we're about 54% accurate when it comes to detecting lies and truths. And as I always say, if that's the case, you might as well flip a coin. You'll be just as accurate.
There are some people who think they are lie detection wizards, that they can read subtle clues that we give off. The research suggests that this isn't the case, that there aren't lie detection experts. Liars just don't give themselves away in any obvious fashion. There aren't good clues to deception. We don't avoid eye contact. We don't scratch our face when we're lying or telling the truth. These just aren't reliable indicators. And so, expert or not, we have no good information on which to make that decision.
We have this idea that if somebody is lying to us, they can't keep our eye contact. Now, of course, liars know this, and what they will do is they will keep your eye contact ever so slightly longer than normal, just enough to make you feel uncomfortable. Number two misconception tends to be when people lie, they move about a lot. They kind of get very nervous.
This is one of the most things people are most interested in is how to. Everyone wants to spot a liar. It's funny because like the rest of our conversation, one could infer that as how to like be a liar. I'm joking on this one. No, but it is. It's like how to show up in a certain way to get success in a certain context, whether it's dating or work or whatever.
Yeah.
But then we want to figure out if someone's playing us. Is it possible to spot a liar?
Most people can only spot a lie with 54% accuracy. They've actually studied the average person is very bad. But you're better off tossing a coin. 54% accuracy. We are very bad at spotting liars. And this is important to know about yourself, is we should not overestimate our ability to spot lies. We are usually not good at it. So it is very important to give someone the benefit of the doubt because you don't know. It's very hard to spot. It is possible. There are certain statistical cues to deceit. There are cues that over and over again research find liars typically do, but not always. Like there's no Pinocchio's nose. There's no one cue that means someone is lying. But there are a couple cues that come up over and over again. One we already talked about, the question inflection. It's very suspicious if someone is speaking and all of a sudden they ask a question. If they're not actually asking a question, right? Like if all of a sudden you hear the question inflection used on a statement or a number or a boundary or a timeline, that's when I'm like, let's double click on that for a second and talk about that budget. So you mentioned the number was 500,000. Where does that number come from? Let's talk about more. And I want to hear if I'm going to hear it again.
Interesting.
So that's a double click for me. That's like, let's make sure that I heard that right. Let's make sure that you feel confident about it. Where does that come from? So that's just a little red flag that says dive deeper. Nothing is a sign of lying. It's just a sign that you should dig deeper. So question inflection. A volume drop is another vocal cue of deception. So when we're anxious or nervous, we will lose volume and we lose breath. So if you hear someone who's speaking, I hear this a lot in sales calls. So someone will, I always know what part of a sales presentation makes my entrepreneurs the most nervous because they lose volume during that part of their presentation. So it sounds like this. So let's move on to our team. So our founding partners are me, myself, Joe, Jimmy, and we all met at NYU. And we're going to now talk about, like, I'm making it obvious for you, but if you're listening for it, you'll hear where someone is like, they literally lost fuel. They literally lost breath. So a sudden drop in volume is a very interesting cue to like double click, like, what just happened there? How do you feel about your co-founder? How long have you known each other? Anything we should know about that? How's the relationship? How do you fight? How do you communicate? Right? Like that's where I would aim most of my investor questions if I was hearing that volume drop on that specific area. That's vocal. Nonverbal. So nonverbal, what you're looking for is incongruencies, where the verbal does not match the body. The biggest and most obvious one is when someone says yes, but shakes their head no, or says no, but shakes their head yes. So I might say to my daughter, did you clean your room? Yeah, I did. She's shaking her head no. In Western cultures, so there's a cultural exception to this one, India, Bulgaria, and Pakistan, they nod a little bit differently. The research actually shows that. But in countries outside of India, Bulgaria, and Pakistan, when we agree with someone, say yes, or telling the truth, we typically agree with ourselves and shake our heads yes. When we don't agree or don't like something, we'll often shake our heads no. We can sometimes also do this in disbelief, like, wow, I cannot believe that just happened. So I'm always looking for incongruent nods. This happens a lot if you ask someone, do you like the new girl? Yeah, she's great. Right? You see that
100%, yeah.
all the time. And people, they don't realize they're doing it, but they're shaking their head no. They do not like that person. You'll also see this with mismatched facial expressions. And the biggest one for liars, the research finds, is disgust. So disgust is an expression that people make without even realizing it. And this is across cultures. When we don't like something or when we smell something bad, we crinkle our nose up and we flash the upper whites of our teeth.
You be seeing niggas do this shit? Like, they'll say yes, but they're shaking their head no. I don't be seeing people do that shit.
Well, you're not looking for it either.
You'll notice that liars typically feel dirty when they lie. So oftentimes they'll show disgust with themselves for lying. So you'll ask someone, so what do you think of the proposal? Yeah, it's really good.
Oh yeah,
they might even sniff.
Really?
Sure.
Yeah.
What's a sniff?
What
does it signal?
Oh, it's a disgust activator. Like when we are disgusted, our nasal cavities want to close because we want to take in less of it. And so even though it's not about food, it's about a preference. Liars will often show a little bit of disgust when they are lying because they are like a little bit disgusted with themselves. And so you'll see this activation here. By the way, no one does that naturally. Like, right, this is a very unnatural way to hold my face, but we do it when we feel disgusted.
Yo, this bitch lying, bro. Dog, I make that face, like, say somebody be like, yo.
But you a nigga, what up? I don't think she's saying it every single time that face is, I think she's saying, like, she's an investigator, right? So she's talking about like when she's questioning people, you know what I mean? Niggas walk down the street like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Niggas be having the most crunched up, meanest faces, bro.
Yeah,
it's like on the regular, bro.
I don't think she's talking about like.
Yeah, she's talking about like specifics. situation.
Yeah. She talking about
Would you crack though? That's the real question. Fuck with this bitch. Would you crack, bro?
They
Like,
got black, yeah,
all
bro.
right, yeah, bro. I'm just letting, for everybody in the audience, bro. I don't give a fuck about what you talk. I just, I'm just thinking about cracking that thing, bro. If we was on the date, I'd be like, yes, dude, yup, yes. All right, when we going back to the crib? Yo, what's up with this D? What's up with this DEI astronaut, man? Yo, I'm tired of niggas like being proud of being DEI hires, bro. Man, fuck y'all niggas, bro. Y'all history is all manufactured, man.
Oh shit. So let's see what's going on here, man.
Well, as we speak, a crew is circling the moon right now. The Artemis 2 mission underway. This is a really fascinating mission where they're really testing capabilities in the hopes of eventually doing more lunar missions, potentially creating a base on the moon in the greater mission of eventually getting to Mars. So yes, they're circling the moon in a 10-day roundabout, but it is so much more than that. The crew, though, facing some hiccups, nothing catastrophic. They're fine. But Tom Costello brings us the latest.
So this is now mission day 3 for the Orion crew. A reminder, they have named their Orion ship. They've named it Integrity. They went into what they call the translunar injection burn Thursday night. That is a fancy way of saying they lit the rocket and they're on their way to the moon at more than 24,000 miles per hour, Mach 33.
You know how fucking fast that is? A plane goes at tops 500, 600 tops, right? Like if you're going coast to coast, 25,000 miles an hour, wouldn't, like, planes don't go that fast because the wings will fall off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I guess they get to say, well, we're in space and space is a vacuum, so there's no air resistance. That's probably what they're going to say, but it's like, I don't believe space is a vacuum. I don't believe that. I believe everything they did they have to continue the lies they told at first. I don't believe motherfuckers float in space. I don't believe none of that shit. I believe up is up and down is down, motherfucker. But yeah, this is
Who's counting when you're moving that fast? They say that they've been a little distracted because they were looking out the windows at the Earth, and it was so captivating and beautiful at a very high Earth orbit that they kind of smeared up the windows with their fingerprints, and with fogging up the windows, they had to ask for
crazy ass details, right? Dumb ass details, right? Press 1. They're giving us little details that liars do. Little dumbass details that you, oh man, we fogged up the windows so much with our fingers. The fuck? Nothing about the Earth, because it didn't happen. Nothing about the Earth, because it didn't happen. They can't tell you about the Earth from that view because they don't have no recall of it. So they tell you about smudging up the window with their fingers. Shout out to Boys in China. Airplanes, man, not work if the air ain't there. No, I said take the airplane to bring them up there. Like airplane, just take them up there, and then they could rocket, they could release, and then the rocket take them the rest of the way. He said gravity keeps our atmosphere here. So gravity ends once you leave our atmosphere. Once you leave our atmosphere, there ain't no more gravity.
some guidance from Mission Control. How do you clean the window here and do it according to the NASA specs at a very high Earth orbit that they kind of smeared up the window? They were looking out the windows at the Earth, and it was so captivating and beautiful at a very high Earth orbit that they kind of smeared up the windows with their fingerprints, and with fogging up the windows, they had to ask for some guidance from Mission Control. How do you clean the window here and do it according to the NASA specs? They also, thankfully, have dealt with and fixed the toilet issue, right? They had a malfunctioning brand new toilet on this Orion spaceship that nobody has been in before. No humans have traveled in before. So this is, in fact, a test flight. Just like a brand new car, you're trying to feel it out, and you're trying to make sure you understand what is and isn't working, and maybe there's some issue that you need to resolve. All of that to say that on this mission day, they're going to spend it by doing some medical testing. They're also going to be talking and training on how to do CPR.
Now look at how her air behaves there. Look. These scenes are created with harnesses, right? So they're suspended. They have harnesses under them, and the CGI. This is a green screen behind them, right? And the CGI is able to make the harnesses, erase the harnesses, right? So it would look just like they're just suspended. And look how her hair is behaving here. Her hair is behaving differently here, right? It's just poof, straight up. Each strand is not moving like it was in the other one where they created the weightlessness with the descending of the plane.
CPR in space in the event that there were a medical emergency for any crew in the future. Talking about working through all the procedures as well for flying by the moon. We expect that will happen on Monday. They're already working on how to document it.
He said they tell no specifics about their technical responsibilities because they have none. Their requirements are to act and pretend. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. What the fuck are they talking about?
How to photograph it and what the procedures will be. And we don't yet know what the wake-up music will be as they now head into Mission Day 3 from space. But
you see a Freudian slip? Tell me if you peeped the Freudian slip right here.
They're already working on how to document it, how to photograph it, and what the procedures will be. And we don't yet know what the wake-up music will be as they now head into Mission Day 3 from
Press
space.
one if you caught it. Press one if you caught it.
On their way on this 10-day mission, round trip, sending them farther than any humans have ever traveled from Earth. Back to you.
He's in on it too. He knows this bullshit.
You're getting a live view inside the Orion spacecraft during some general daily activities that the crew is conducting. You heard communications with Christina Hansen. Christina calling down to Chris Birch here, our Capcom in Mission Control Houston. She continues to troubleshoot the ECG device that they are testing out. In the foreground, in the blue shirt, Commander Reed Wiseman, and next to him in the black shirt, Canadian Space Agency astronaut and mission specialist Jeremy Hansen. In the background, you're getting a look.
He's working out. The nigga working out, man. He's working out. And listen. Why would you want to get funky up in space? And why would you work out? This shit, what if you pull that shit out and something fuck up on the ship or something? Like it wouldn't make no sense to do anything that could possibly fuck up this ship when it's 25,000 miles away from Earth. It seemed like you wouldn't do nothing that could possibly fuck something up.
At NASA astronaut Victor Glover, pilot for the Artemis 2 mission, preparing to exercise. And what he is using is the flywheel device. We've discussed this a few times. This is
Houston integrity for EC.
Yo, man. What the fuck, yo? He said the sun not sagging his face. Y'all terrible, man. Look at this shit, man.
Gee, no joy seeing the device in the list of available devices when I attempt to repair it after doing the Bluetooth forget.
Come on, nigga. You ain't got nothing better to do, nigga. You up there working out and shit. You couldn't work out when you was on Earth. Why you ain't hit the gym before you went up there, man? This shit's stupid, man.
Okay, Christina, unfortunately, we are out of ideas at the moment. We're going to do some more thinking. We really appreciate all of your troubleshooting steps and actions you've taken. Great data for us, but we'll move on from this activity for the day. Thank you.
Copy all. I will keep the medical tablet charging and restow everything. Thanks for the help.
Copy all.
These motherfuckers is hundreds of thousands of miles away. And the connection just straight. He said my monkey brain is showing. Yeah, but you know what? My monkey brain is, you got to understand too, like, if I do have a simple brain, right, a lot of times that's good because it can see bullshit, because bullshit is base, right? Level, human nature is base. Social cues are base. A lot of things are base. They're not sophisticated, right? So if I do have a monkey brain, right, it's helping me see bullshit that sophisticated brains who have like already bought into previous indoctrination. See, like, you can't even cut ties with everything you know. I learned all the same shit y'all learned in school. Yeah, the orbit and shit. Once you get it up to a certain height, boom, you start floating and shit. And then there's a vacuum and shit, right? I learned all that shit. I just don't believe it. I don't believe none of that shit no more. I learned everything you learned in school. The globe, be spinning and all that shit.
Again, those calls from Christina down to the ground as she troubleshoots that ECG device, the BME, or biomedical engineer, here in Mission Control Houston, working with their teams to continue developing procedures to help the crew troubleshoot. Back inside Orion, Victor Glover is in his timelined exercise for the day. On the flywheel device, this is a small device installed directly below the side hatch. So if you look above where his feet are, that is the side hatch of Orion.
Fuck was that?
This is a small device installed directly below the side hatch. So if you look above where his feet are, that is the side hatch of Orion. The flywheel is a cable-based device, so you can use it for either aerobic exercises like rowing or resistance workouts like squats and deadlifts. And today, Glover is timelined to do resistive workouts. It can max out at 400 pounds of resistance. This view really gives a great look inside Orion. And
remember, I told you these scenes, they can't create weightlessness like this for long periods of time. So they keep glitching. They piece these together, right? So they piece these scenes together because you can't do the. When you're descending in the plane, you can only descend for a certain amount of time, right? Because the ground is there, right? So you can only descend, you can only create these scenes of weightlessness like this for like a couple minutes at most. So that's why they keep showing they clip these scenes together. I'm telling you, man, these people are diabolical, man. I'm telling you, these people are diabolical. Okay? They are diabolical. Let me show you. Just so you don't, because you know, I mean, you might not have seen this before. Let me show you.
Have you ever experienced weightlessness? Surely, among us, many dreams of experiencing the sensation of weightlessness, floating in space like astronauts. To meet this demand, flights with zero-gravity experiences have been organized. Passengers are taken by aircraft to a certain altitude, and then the plane suddenly descends in a parabolic trajectory. At that moment, passengers will experience the sensation of weightlessness for about 20-30 seconds. In addition to serving entertainment and experiences, this method is also used to train astronauts and conduct scientific research. Have you ever experienced weightlessness? Surely, among us.
Okay. So now I want you to see why they can't, why the stream is not steady, right? Watch every once in a while they're gonna show a picture of the moon or some shit, right? A picture of the moon is gonna appear, or a picture of the earth is gonna appear. That's where they cutting it together. That's where they splicing it together. Because you can't create these scenes. You can't create these scenes for long periods of time. So you have to do one, and then everybody got to get back in the same position, and then you got to splice it together. This is what you can't. Watch what happens.
again, those calls from Christina down to the ground as she troubleshoots that ECG device, the BME or biomedical engineer here in Mission Control Houston, working with their teams to continue developing procedures to help the crew troubleshoot. Back inside Orion, Victor Glover is in his timelined exercise for the day. On the flywheel device, this is a small device installed directly below the side hatch. So if you look above where his feet are, that is the side hatch of Orion.
Did you see it? This is where they did that so they can piece another scene together. And people won't say, oh, it's a glitch. People won't say, oh, that, because you know people are watching this. People might say, oh, that was inconsistent.
Installed directly below the side hatch. So if you look above where his feet are, that is the side hatch of Orion.
They piecing those scenes together. Shout out to T.R. McCoy, man. I just sent in a $10 super chat with a comment, and they didn't even post in your chat, but they sure took money. Let me see if it's. Let me go to my back thing, pause, and see if it's there, and I'll read it. I'm gonna go to my my dashboard and see if it's in there. Don't worry. Hold on. Let me see. Salute to everybody out there, man. Shout out to everybody out there. Salute to everybody in the building. Okay. Oh, okay, but I see Yeah, I don't see they probably didn't charge you. Check your bank account. They probably didn't charge you because I see all of them. You said, but what I said was that I've seen this movie already. It's the 1978 movie called Capricorn One, starring O.J. Simpson. Yeah, this nigga do look like OJ though. This nigga do look like OJ, man. He look like a young OJ. Facts. Yeah, man. This nigga do look like OJ, man. Yeah. Check your bank account. I don't think they took it out because I don't see it in the back in my dashboard. Shout out to my man Snake, man. Buying me another coffee. Snake done bought me so many coffees, man. He done bought me so many coffees, man. I'm telling you, man. I am up, man. I am jacked, man. Snake got me jacked, man. He said, Snake got me jacked. Salute to you, Snake, man. Boy Kachina says, weightlessness living means muscles leaving. Oh, so that's why he working out. Okay, I got you. He working out so his muscles don't deteriorate into weightlessness. I got you, man. What's up, Wicked, man? What's cracking, man?
Yo.
What's good? You believe this shit?
I mean, I haven't seen it, but I mean, shit, I guess I do. I believe in it. Why not?
Okay.
It's like we said earlier, man. It's like the boats. This is the boats of our time.
Okay. All right. Salute to Lynn, man. Lynn says the post I commented on was about the stuffed animal. All the comments were how sweet. Ah, that's nice. I'm still getting pushed back. Yeah, that stuffed animal thing that floating, that's just a fucking diversion. The little shit. Like, look, why is not all this shit staying down? Why is all this shit not floating? The bread floats, the fucking stuffed animal floats, but everything, a folder gonna stay down. A tablet gonna stay down. This tablet ain't floating.
Yo, so Lynn is Team Ak on this?
Yeah, Lynn is with me.
The flywheel is a cable-based device, so you can use it for either aerobic exercises like rowing or resistance workouts like squats and deadlifts. And today, Glover is timelined to do resistive workouts. It can max out at 400 pounds of resistance. This view really gives a great look inside Orion and at the size and space available. Again, you're looking at 330 cubic feet.
He said the smoke detector chirping on the spaceship. That's crazy.
Volume, so about the size of 2 minivans inside.
So it's the size of 2 minivans inside. So I got a Pacifica, right? Chrysler Pacifica. 2 of them. You sent 2 of them to the moon. And you got 4 people in there. And all this other shit too. Nah, bro.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
The sleep, you weightless. First of all, you weightless allegedly, right? You got all your stuff, and you eating, sleeping, and shitting.
Right. You're telling me that me and you are gonna get on a piece of wood and we're gonna float across the ocean? How? That makes no sense.
Yeah, but we can see that. We
can see it now. We can see that now, but back then they couldn't see that. Does that make sense to you? Like you put it very well out the other night. If we stand at a beach at night, you could hear the waves. You could you can't see shit. It's pitch black, right? But you could hear the waves. The ocean sounds powerful. You telling me and you will get on like on a wooden ship, right? And travel the ocean? That makes no sense, bro. You know what I'm trying to say, dude?
I got you.
The crew obviously did not launch in Orion in this configuration. They have since been able to stow quite a lot of the hardware that was used.
So you just doing this 24 hours a day for 10 days. And then a motherfucker gotta go shit, and they shit in the bag in a little tube. And then they...
So it's not like shitting on an airplane?
During the launch portion. That gives them more space to move about the cabin.
And then when you got piss, you stick your dick in a fucking vacuum nozzle and shit.
Man, we don't gotta share, do we? I get my own, right?
Right, yeah. Do I at least get my own motherfucking vacuum nozzle? Can we detach the detachable junk? Like, what the fuck?
Yo, talk about the Mount High Club.
I'm telling you, man. See how they can never... You see how they got to keep switching it because they can't. These scenes can't be recreated for long because of the weightlessness. Like I told you earlier, they got to keep. They can't splice these. They can't show you just constant those scenes because they got to be created like this.
Many dreams of experiencing the sensation of weightlessness, floating in space like astronauts. To meet this demand, flights with zero gravity experiences have been organized. Passengers are taken by aircraft to a certain altitude, and then the plane suddenly descends in a parabolic trajectory. At that moment, passengers will experience the sensation of weightlessness for about 20-30 seconds. In addition to serving entertainment and experiences, this method is also used to train astronauts and conduct scientific research.
Okay.
And practice that.
Yo, hold up. Time out. I just saw a comment that I think is bullshit. This guy frankly saying that the gliders invented yada yada. Let's be honest, the vast majority of gliders don't have it in them.
Nah, it's the top. You know the bell curve,
the air,
right?
land.
The bell curve. All gliders aren't fucking smart, right?
That's what I'm saying. So for this,
they have a higher ceiling. You know what I mean? Their smarter ones are smarter than
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's my point though. Like, okay, fine. It was gliders that, because the Umbritos had canoes and all that, but it was the gliders that made these ships that went across the ocean. But let's be honest, the vast majority of gliders don't even have that in them.
No. And that's what people don't understand, the bell curve. They never read the book. It's a distribution.
Right.
You know what I mean? Of intelligence. Like you within a population, if you take 100,000 gliders, they're going to have more people in the 120, 140 IQ range. Asians as well. Hispanics are going to have, a different distribution. Blacks are going to have a different distribution. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
You know?
It reminds me of the one, I don't know if it's going to make sense, but you were showing a quick video of, it was a Sunman and a glider, and they were playing a street game show where it was like pop quiz, pop knowledge or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the loser had to do like a physical exercise, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the glider was quick to answer the questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Sunman had to do some incredible physical act.
Right.
And it was like they're both showing their bell curve, their prowess, right? Their skill.
Right. Yeah. Salute to Boy Kachid. He says, I asked if he watched Capricorn. 1, why would they let that movie get made if it revealed $1 trillion secrets? It's still undermining NASA today. Well, a lot of times you hide stuff in plain sight, or you just the best place to hide stuff is plain sight, or you just do that movie to you can't control everything. Like NASA can't control everything. NASA's not God. I'm not saying NASA's God and they run everything. You know what I mean? Like they probably couldn't. You know what I mean? They probably couldn't control. I got to see Capricorn 1, but like they're not God. NASA's not God. You know what I mean? Like look at Trump. How come every day on the news, motherfuckers call him everything but a child of God? How come every time you turn on the fucking news, there's a bunch of bitches sitting around calling them Satan and Nazis? Like, I mean, you can't stop everything. You know what I mean? Let's move forward.
On Argos. Argos looks kind of scary. All right, let's do it. Okay. We're ready if you are.
All right, are you ready to begin flying through space?
Yes.
All right.
Let's fly through space. Wow.
You see this shit, Wicked? Are you watching this shit, Wicked?
Yeah. What about it?
This is Argos. And I got my chance to train on Argos. Argos looks kind of scary.
I mean, all the women though, man, that's making me suspicious.
Okay. We're ready if you
I can't get past
All
that.
right, are you ready to begin flying through space?
Yes.
All right.
Let's fly through space. Wow. Uh-oh.
That's why we tether.
So what should I do?
Well, everything that looks like you can grab it except these hoses. You want to make sure that you are holding on to something before you let go of something else.
Oh no. Okay, so I'm gonna try to go over here.
Try to grab a hold of the handrails.
This is really fun. Okay, I'm gonna fly for a second. Whoa.
Argos is responding to your inputs.
Now I'm going all the way down.
That's what it's mimicking, is that in space, that's how your body would react.
And you never got off a structure?
No, never.
Uh-oh, now I'm over here.
This is a connector.
Not as easy as it looks.
Good pins, no FOD.
Good pins, no FOD.
Good EMI band.
Good EMI band.
All right, you've got to go to connect.
Okay, go to connect.
There you go. Not there.
Oh, where do I get that? So fun. Fun. It feels really fun.
At least she's tethered.
I don't think you can really move. Uh-oh, and then I came down so fast.
Well.
So did I pass training?
She's doing really good. Make me a little nervous with all the flying and coming off structure, but we can train that right out of her, so.
We're a go for launch. Oh, so fun. Next up, the mock-up space station. This is the real equipment.
This is the real equipment, and it takes help to get it on your
Okay,
head.
should I try this on?
All right, let's see if we can do this.
Okay.
Your nose.
Oh my gosh.
How's that feel?
Kind of cool. This is what it feels like to be an astronaut.
It is.
Sounds good. Now I'm ready to go. Is there anything surprising that people wouldn't know about the life of an astronaut?
Well, we don't all look like Sandra Bullock coming out of a spacesuit at all.
And the best part of the job, the view from space.
I was crying.
That's all you could tell us? Because she doesn't have any memories. She never been to space. Press 1.
What do you want her to say? I mean, that would be pretty cool, right? The view.
All right, ask me a question, Wiki. Ask me a question. Just ask me a question.
If you didn't travel to space this morning, how would you have felt?
Ask me a question about something that I have done, that I might have done.
Yeah. Have you ever gripped on a wood grain steering wheel?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
But no, ask me something. Ask me what it was like. Something that I've done.
All right, when you, because I know you've been in a Cadillac. When you were in a Cadillac, how it felt?
Which kind of Cadillac? Old school Cadillac or the new kind? The new modern?
The old school one, man, like a
old
DeVille.
school Cadillac. Oh yeah, definitely, man. The seats, you know what I mean? It feel good, man. Floating down the motherfucking street, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that shit
yeah.
float, right?
Right.
It floats, man. It floats.
Float like a boat.
Yeah, it float like a boat, man. You don't even feel the bumps. It's just you float right over the bumps, and you know what I'm saying? The seats, you know, old school seats, them old leather seats, sitting in the motherfuckers, you know, like yeah, it's good. But I mean, it's like I'm not gonna say, well, I'm not like fucking Shaft when he fucking was in the Cadillac in 1971. Like that's just so odd to say for her to say. This woman's asking you what it's like to be an astronaut, and it's just odd to say what she said, right? I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying that it's the end of the world. It's just odd.
No, I mean, but I think it's a fair response. I mean, the view had say she's for real, and she went. the view has to be one of like the, if not the top thing, right?
But she's not talking about the view.
Get it
Listen
on.
what she said.
Okay, should I try this on?
All right, let's see if we can do this.
Okay.
Your nose.
Oh my gosh.
How's that feel?
Kind of cool. This is what it feels like to be an astronaut.
It is.
Sounds good. Now I'm ready to go. Is there anything surprising that people wouldn't know about the life of an astronaut?
Well, we don't all look like Sandra Bullock coming out of a spacesuit at all.
And the best part of the job, the view.
Even the best part, even saying the best part is the view. Like, that's so like, what the fuck? Like,
so what will be your response?
You got to ask me about something that I've done. You know what I mean? Like, I can't talk about that because I have never done that.
But,
like,
but
if you ask me, like, if you would have asked me, like, what it's like, changing a car battery or changing the tire or some shit like that, you know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? I could give you an answer to that. I can't give you an answer to this because I've never been there. I've never been to space.
So it would be like me asking you, how was your internship at NASA, right? And you were to tell me, I learned a lot. Just like some kind of like whatever answer.
Or I would tell you, or I would say the people. The best part was the people.
But that's an answer though.
Right.
That's not like
But
you know,
to me, the best part was the money. You know what I'm saying? Being in college, making $10 an hour, late 1990s, having 2-hour lunch breaks. You know, they finding shit for me to do, even and me and the other interns, because there was nothing to do. They used to find little tasks for us. I remember Omira, she was the fucking director. She was the person in charge of us. She was like a fucking Middle Eastern lady or something named Omira. And, you know, shit. I just remember, like, you know, just them trying to find shit for us to do because it wasn't really shit for us to do. We was interns making $10 an hour and shit. You know what I'm saying?
So what if they cut off her answer though? What if she gave like a long, you know, the best part was learning about the astrophysics of the fucking engine fuel that, what if they cut all that boring shit out? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I got you.
From space.
I was crying. I just was so in awe of looking at our beautiful planet and the stars and seeing that. And I remember thinking, nobody told me I'd see this.
The next giant leap for NASA, to send astronauts deeper into the solar system.
No one told an astronaut that they would see this?
I mean, these are females, man. Let's give them a break, you know?
That's just bizarre. Like, you're a fucking astronaut. Like, you made it through, because it's like 10,000 people that, you know, you got to make it. You're not just like, you don't just show up and be like, I want to be an astronaut. And be like,
First come, first serve.
Yeah, like, it's like,
you put in that word, you have an idea.
You should have known that you was gonna see the fucking Earth. You know, that's weird, man.
I remember thinking, nobody told me I'd see this.
The next giant leap for NASA, to send astronauts deeper into the solar system. Do you feel like possibly one of these astronauts of the newest class will go to Mars?
I think that all of those 12 all hope that it would be them, and certainly.
It's more women in NASA than the WNBA, man.
For real.
God damn, man. What the fuck?
Yo, and not one on Breeder, man. Where's the representation, bro? You know?
Salute to T.R. McCoy. He says, I checked. The money is gone. But Capricorn is a real film, super controversial movie to produce. When you watch it, I'm going to start watching that tonight, man. Capricorn 1. I don't know what happened. Maybe you gotta dispute that charge, man, because there's nothing in the queue saying that a $10 thing from you is nothing in the queue, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I'm looking right here at in the dashboard, man. There's nothing back there saying it's 2 $5 ones from you. That's about it, man. Yeah, 2 $5 ones. Yeah. But yeah, sorry about that, man.
All of NASA as well. That's where we want to go.
So it was really cool. The one thing she said, which I didn't understand until I actually tried that Argos, is that astronauts use their hands like we use our feet. You know, you have to hold on to everything. She also said using the restroom. It's very, very interesting. They didn't practice that with me.
So you got to hold on because George Clooney's not going to chase after you in real life.
Exactly. But they're all so fascinating. And the current class is super diverse. There's people from all over. I think that's
I loved her reaction when she said she saw space and wept. Like, you don't hear that
She
every
also
day.
said that she dreamed of this as a little girl, but the likelihood of becoming an astronaut is so slim, as you saw, that to live it is really a dream.
One of the guys in the new classes went to my high school.
Oh, wow.
Cool. Dr. Johnny Kim, in
Awesome.
Santa Monica, California.
Wow.
Went to Samoa, and now he's in that new class.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
Cool.
shout out, Johnny. Yeah, very good.
Okay, so we're doing air, land, and sea.
That's right. Tomorrow it's my turn. We're going to take.
I just
You're not buying what they selling?
Nah, man, I ain't buying it. Because listen.
Hi, I'm Terry Virts, and I want to talk about floating in space. One of the first things that you need to realize when you get into space is that even though you feel like you're falling, you're not. You can let go and you float. It's not a problem. It's something you really have to train your brain to think about. Another thing that you need to learn.
Yo, this is the bitch. This is the bitch right here. This is the guy. These are two. This is 6 years ago. That's what I'm saying. This video's from 6 years ago. This video's from 6 years ago. This is a NASA training video from 6 years ago. These are
the whole world, all these different countries, they're like in on it. Like Russia's in on it, China's in on it.
Governments, yeah, I think governments are in on it. I think certain governments, are in on it. Yeah, I think it started a long time ago. Remember, it started in the 60s and 50s.
Like, Cold War.
Yeah, I don't think they ever thought to foresee now where, like,
they're in too deep with the lie.
Yeah,
we gotta
like,
keep lying.
Think about now versus them, right? Versus then, when you call a phone, you don't call the person. You pick up the phone, you dial the operator, and you say, transfer me to this person. And now everybody got cell phones, you know what I mean, in their pocket. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It just shows you how different the world is, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So what's the reason for China and the US to lie about? Like, what do they get
They
from
already
lying?
lied. They already lied. Once you lie, you got to keep telling the lie. You know that. You got a wife?
yeah, that's true. That's true. So you're saying that the lie we're in too deep, pretty much, right? In the 60s, we claimed we were on the moon, and it's like
that's our crowning achievement that we beat the Russians to space.
Right.
You gotta understand that's our crowning achievement as a country. Like everybody's done everything, right? Everybody's made a ship. Everybody's made a bomb. Everybody's did this. Everybody's done that. That is a crowning achievement. We went to the fucking moon, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Call me crazy, but I think dropping the nuke on Hiroshima is more impressive. But what do I know?
Yeah, man. You're a psychopath, man. Shout out to Boy Kachin. He says, play the trailer for Capricorn. All right. After this, I'm gonna play the trailer.
You really have to train your brain to think about. Another thing that you need to learn when you first get into space is how little force is required to move you. And another cool thing is you could be on the ceiling. It makes it very easy when you're working. You have to get some work done up here. You just go up on the ceiling and get your work done.
Our team of scientists is busy getting their experiment ready for launch. At the same time, NASA is preparing the space scientists who will operate the experiment aboard the International Space Station.
So as astronauts on board the space station, we are the hands and eyes of the research.
Yo, are there any men? Yo, it's like token. The men are token.
Yeah, see that part, it does make me a bit suspicious. I mean, that don't add up. The math ain't you know?
And are there any women with short hair? Like all the women got hair long enough to float up in the air. No women. When I out, you see women with short hair. You never see an astronaut woman with short hair. Press 1. Press 1. You never see an astronaut woman with short hair. And you never see an astronaut man with long hair.
telling us how best to do the science, but it's up to us to make sure that science runs correctly.
Astronauts train all over the world, including at NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas. Here, they learn not just how to live in space, but also how to conduct science in microgravity.
So many folks ask, how much training did you do before launching to the space station? And the answer is many years. So we trained in a lot of big areas. Number one is systems on board the ISS, robotics, how to do spacewalks, and actually science itself. Now, we don't learn about a lot of the science experiments we're doing until we get up there. But what they are teaching us is scientific techniques.
The techniques astronauts learn range from using tools like pipettes and microscopes in microgravity to operating scientific hardware aboard the space station. For example, we study combustion aboard the station because it behaves differently in microgravity. You wouldn't want fire to get free inside your home in space, though, so we've created special facilities to contain it. If it looks complicated, it's because it is. And it's just one of the pieces of equipment astronauts must master before they go to the space station.
Hi, I'm Tracy Neff, and this is Sharon Ranke, and we're in PDL2 right now, and we're down here at JSC to do the fluids and combustion facility training for the combustion integrated rack and the fluids integrated rack.
So basically, PDL2 is a mock-up of the U.S. lab. Since 2008, we've been coming down and training all the crew members who will do payloads.
This bitch trains astronauts. This bitch, she could run a McDonald's, right? I could give her that. She could probably be a manager at a McDonald's, or even, a franchisee of a McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? She's training the astronauts. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you fucking kidding me? You got fucking Steel Magnolias here running NASA and shit. Shit is crazy. Boy Kachina says, rooftop decks are nice. What is the best part? Lynn says, sent 2 emails with space links. All right, I got you. I'm looking. I got you. We're going to watch Capricorn next, man.
And training all the crew members who will do payloads on the space station. We've been training cosmonauts as well.
How many crew do you think you've trained at this point?
Probably 50, probably over 50 crew members we trained.
Today, Tracy and Sharon are back at work with a former student, NASA astronaut Mike Fink. This isn't Mike's first rodeo with the station, or this equipment for that matter.
So back in 2008 and 2009, we were aboard the International Space Station when a space shuttle, STS-126, Chris Ferguson and crew, dropped off a whole big bunch of packages. And we carefully and slowly put it all together. But when it was all done, we had a brand new, ready, fresh out of the box combustion integration rack. And since then, our friends at Glenn Research Center here at NASA, we've been able to get...
Do you believe that this happened? They're on the space station and a gazillion miles away, and they went up there and dropped off a package. They got FedEx in space. Listen to this shit. They got fucking FedEx in space.
Today, Tracy and Sharon are back at work with a former student, NASA astronaut Mike Fink. This isn't Mike's first rodeo with the station, or this equipment for that matter.
So back in 2008 and 2009, we were aboard the International Space Station when a space shuttle, STS-126, Chris Ferguson and crew, dropped off a whole big bunch of packages. And we carefully and slowly put it all together. But when it was all done, we had a brand new, ready, fresh out of the box combustion integration rack. And since then, our friends at Glenn Research Center here at NASA, we've been able to get some fantastic science about how things burn in space. Without gravity, without convection, things burn. And by understanding that better, we were able to make more fuel-efficient engines and things here on planet Earth, helping save our energy.
So you can see it in the video. All the hoses are within the ring, and so they all fit in nicely, so they shouldn't interfere with us.
Sounds great and looks great. Thank you.
Well, a lot had changed in 11 years since he was up there. So he did get most of the information again, and it was a new experiment, so he hadn't seen that either. He did great. He's a quick learner. It's great to work with, very methodical, and good humor, which is always, we like to have fun when we're training.
but the lab camera will be showing.
We have
and I will be like looking, and I'm gonna go slowly, and that would be your chance to say no.
Yes.
We
are.
If you didn't send it to akantunelive2@gmail.com, I didn't get it. Lynn, guys, akantunelive at Gmail, akantunelive2@gmail.com. I didn't see your email. Let's go ahead.
What would it take for you to become a believer, bro? What would it take?
I was already a believer. For decades.
So then what happened?
I just started looking. I became Black Columbo, man.
The math was a mad thing. So what would it take for you to become a believer again?
I think I'm a little bit too far gone, but it would be like
you're in the rocket.
Them actually acting like normal people who are experiencing something. Them actually like doing stuff in space, the mission making sense. The problem with me, Wiki, I just can't get past the fact that you went to space in 1969. Did you see that little thing they went to space in?
Yeah.
I want, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like tinfoil, right? Because I live in DC, right? I lived in DC. We've been going to the space and aerospace museum since we was kids. And, every year they take us there, right? So they got the little thing, the hub, the lunar hub, or whatever the fuck they call that shit, right? Module, whatever, there, like a recreation of it, right?
Right.
And I never thought of it then, but now I'm like, oh shit.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no fucking way. Yo, you couldn't fly at 30,000 feet in that thing. At 100 miles per hour. That shit would disintegrate.
But okay, so what if back then they were bullshitting, but now they're not? Could that be?
They're using the same theory. Like they're using, we float. Everything they say happened. Like if they didn't go, right? So they don't know shit about space. If they didn't go, right? In 1969, right?
Yeah.
But everything they say about space is the same shit that they say in 1969.
So you're saying that they're sticking to that?
Yeah,
that lie.
exactly.
And they're holding on to it.
They're not like, oh, well, we up here now, and you actually, it's not like that. You know what I mean? Like they just, you know what I'm saying? They use the same shit they used in 1969.
We're watching you, yes, and help you whenever we can.
This isn't the last time Tracy and Sharon will work with Mike. When he launches to the station and works on combustion projects in space, they'll watch over his shoulder through a camera broadcasting to Glenn Research Center in Cleveland, Ohio.
Christina, this is Sharon with an answer to your question. So they do want you to go ahead and install the cable tie.
Copy all. Thanks for hunting that down for me.
Anytime.
Being able to operate and maintain the space station while conducting crucial research could get overwhelming. Luckily, astronauts have strong support teams on the ground and often develop personal connections to the research.
I was so impressed at the different things we'd be working on.
So two more bitches. Hold on, two more bitches. Yo, who are these bitches? And this is 6 years ago, Wicked.
Yeah, it's kind of suspicious.
Yo, women don't even go into these fields like that. You know that, right? Like the fields that lead you to this shit. In like, say you in college, right? Majors, right? When people the college major is what you learn in college, right?
Yeah.
Women don't even major in the shit that leads to this. Okay? In a high enough rate for it to be all women up in here.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's basically all women at this point, and some men, right?
I ain't seen no sun men this time, man.
cancer or Parkinson's or even Alzheimer's disease. So as a physician, these meant a lot to me. These personally were very important experiments that we needed to do. But in all honesty, the entire crew, not just myself as the physician, were excited about working on these experiments. You get a little nervous at first as you begin to pipette or even utilize a microscope, which I hadn't used in years. But you quickly learn because you realize how important
Bitch, you haven't used a microscope in years. You're a fucking astronaut. What the fuck are you talking about? One thing is consistent, though. Each night when I do the poll, do you believe this shit? 44% say yes. Every night it's been the same number, 44%.
But could it be that the reason they look so composed, right, is because they're running drills every day, all day, right? They're preparing for it. You know what I mean? Like a lot. They're not just like here and there. They're like consistently
right. I got
preparing.
you. I got you, but you're still hurtling through space, and I don't think you ever get used to going 25,000 miles an hour. That's fast, dude.
I mean, if that's something that you've geared your whole life for, why not? You know, I could see. The only thing that's throwing me off right now, to be honest, is all the women. It's just that kind of odd. Other than it being all women, I don't see why not.
Okay.
It is to the science, and the investigators and scientists running you through all these experiments were fantastic and just walked us through every step of the way.
Yeah, just keep us posted, but Drew and I are ready to continue ops. Good working with you guys today, and I'll see you soon.
We got here on
a
Thursday, and it's currently Sunday. We've been in a big day yesterday.
All right, let me see this Capricorn. You say Capricorn 1. Let me look at this.
I wonder what a stray bullet in space looks like.
Jeez.
A stray bullet on the moon?
Wow, no, man.
We are T-minus 18 seconds from liftoff. We're T-minus 15 seconds.
Would you and your men please follow me?
Jerry, what the hell is this?
This is an emergency. Please follow me now.
T-minus 10 seconds. 9, 8. We have ignition. 6, 5. We have outboard engines. 3. We have inboard engines. 1, 0. We have a launch commit. We have a liftoff at 35 minutes after the hour.
Every split second of this historic flight, every intimate detail, every heartbeat was monitored by Mission Control in Houston.
This is Capricorn 1. We have landed.
As millions all over the world watched and listened, the President of the United States spoke to the astronauts across the vastness of space.
To the men of Capricorn 1, I bring you greetings from your fellow Americans.
There's only one small catch. It never happened. It's all a lie, a fantastic $30 billion hoax.
Something's wrong, and I don't know what it is.
Dig deep enough, you might uncover the truth.
Those signals couldn't have come from 300 miles.
But the odds are you'll never live to tell it.
Freeze! I'm not moving an inch.
They're on the plane together. There's a device. It's on the plane. There's some people. If I don't get in the all-clear signal, they'll explode it.
Something's wrong. Something big. They know I'm onto it, and they try to kill me. Who's they? I can't tell you.
We are dead.
You tell me you're in trouble, you're out on bail, you just got fired, I tell you I'll be right over.
My head hurts.
You look awful.
Thank you very much.
You're quite welcome.
These people are capable of anything.
You sound so close. It's hard to believe you really are that far away in space.
It's hard for me to believe it, too.
You're up to something. You want my help.
It's gotten out of control. It's too big.
Capricorn 1, this is Houston. Capricorn 1, we show red on the heat shield. Capricorn 1, this is Houston. We show red on the heat shield. Do you read?
Pull that lever down by your feet when I tell you, Sonny.
Capricorn 1, the mission that never got off the ground.
Just seeing that shows you how little technology they had back in those days. That movie whack as hell. That movie would be the wackest movie out if it came out today.
Right. But I mean, I'm sure back then it was, I mean, they looked par for the course, right? But that goes to your point about how,
exactly.
Again, like I said yesterday, the phones we have now, I mean, are stronger than the computer they use to get to the moon, right?
Yep.
To the air, land, and...
Hi, I'm Look at these motherfuckers. God damn it, boy.
We spent a lot of time figuring out what are we going to do if we lose communication with Earth, which is a very real possibility. Probably won't happen, but it's plausible that we can't talk to Earth, and we're having trouble with the spacecraft. How are we going? What are the bare basics to give us a fighting chance to still be breathing and to hit?
Yeah, let me read this one. Salute to Boy Kachin. He says, if the lies kept up to avoid embarrassment, and China, Russia badly wants to embarrass us today, but they've also allegedly gone to space. So if they embarrass us, we're gonna embarrass them. We're gonna say, all right, you right, it's a lie. All right, all the shit is a lie. Nobody been to space, man. Nobody been to space. Nobody.
Yeah, I mean, they better not call Trump a liar. He gonna start a war.
I don't think Trump knows that this shit is fake. I don't think that people know this shit is fake. I don't think everybody knows this is fake. I think most people think this shit is real. I think if a critical mass of people thought that this shit was fake, remember the flat Earth shit from a few years ago, and they banned that shit. Like they banned flat Earth, man. They banned that shit. Like a critical mass of people don't believe in real life that this didn't happen. That this is fake. You know what I mean? There's not enough people to that believe this is fake. Or everybody just thinks it's real.
Hit somewhere on the planet and ideally hit the Pacific Ocean. Obviously, I've had that conversation. We spent a lot of time figuring out what are we going to do if we lose communication with Earth, which is a very real possibility. Probably won't happen, but it's plausible that we can't talk to Earth, and we're having trouble with the spacecraft. How are we going? What are the bare basics to give us a fighting chance to still be breathing and to hit somewhere on the planet and ideally hit the Pacific Ocean? Obviously, I've had that conversation with my wife and my children. Still a little bit more work to do there. What I want most is for them to know when I launch, because that will be a very acute, stressful moment, that they're going to be okay. If we have a loss of crew on the mission, that, it'll be tough. And they'll go through a process and mourning, but we're going to set it up so that they're going to be okay.
Jeremy Hansen knows the risks that come with traveling into deep space. He talks openly about how astronauts accept they might not return home. But he's ready. Welcome to our home. And he's done pretty much everything.
Listen, everybody's returned home. Okay? They've never had nobody not return home. You notice that, Wiki? All the accidents happen back on Earth. Or back, where we can see it. Like Challenger, Columbia, they all happened on re-entry. You know what I mean? They all happened when you can see it. Nobody ever went out to space and just never came back. Press 1. Nobody, space, gazillion miles away, no one ever went out to space and never came back. Every single person has come back, and either they landed or the spaceship blew up when it was close to Earth. Nobody, every single motherfucker who went to space came back. Buddy Johnson, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man?
Man, what do you think is the whole point of faking this shit?
I told you, the beginning, they faked from the beginning. They were in a space race. They were sending little shits up into the atmosphere as high as they could go. And then they started a race with Russia to see who could go the highest. And then they were like, well, we're going to go to the moon by the end of the 60s. This was like 1960, right?
Yeah.
And then 1969, the decade was almost over. So they had to get to the moon.
But at this point, why would
you already
the
lied
Russians...
about it? You tell think about this. Wow. You tell your wife, you're an African king, right? You're African king, right?
Oh, I get it. I'm married, so I get it. But why would the Russians and the fucking Chinese and all these other motherfuckers that really supposedly don't like us, why would they be in on the shit still? 50 years later, man.
They got it too. They get to tell their people they went to the moon. Their government telling their people they went to the moon too.
Oh man, you think the Russians and the Chinese are telling their people they went to the moon?
The cosmonauts. You don't know the cosmonauts?
But to the moon. I mean, a lot of them say they went to space, but
yeah,
we're the only ones. Well, now India, right? But we're the only ones in India
went to the
moon. That was some rinky-dink shit too. But
India went to the moon. Just think about that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Possible to prepare for this mission. It's a moment Hansen has been dreaming about since he first fell in love with space as a kid, growing up on his family farm outside London, Ontario. In just a few weeks, if all goes according to plan, a rocket will carry Hansen and his 3 crewmates to a place where humanity hasn't gone in more than 50 years, orbiting the moon.
3, 2, 1. And liftoff of Artemis 1.
There it goes. That's awesome. Until now, this is the closest Hansen has been to traveling to space, watching the unmanned Artemis 1 mission launch from the lawn of the Kennedy Space Center in Florida.
Oh my God. Oh, there it is. Solid for pointing out now.
These people are
so what do you think they're doing, man, when they send these rockets up, man? Where are they going?
They go up as far as they can go, and then they fall back to Earth. Like you said, the Pacific Ocean somewhere. Like, do you really believe that somebody would get inside of this shit? Like that somebody could. Like, look at man. That shit is filled with gas.
They're different.
All right, I got you on that.
I wouldn't get into this shit. I'm not a glider. You know what I mean? So, would you? Hell no. But man, I gliders do fucking crazy shit like this.
Yo, like 10 sunmen been to the fucking fucking space, man. Alleged. This dude ain't the first sunman to go to space.
Soon, Hansen will be on board that spacecraft, becoming the first Canadian to travel beyond Earth's orbit. I caught up with Hansen at the Houston Museum of National Science to re-watch that launch in the Burt Baker Planetarium and to hear about a journey that began on his family farm and will soon take him near.
All right, man.
I do think the moon lander was fake as shit, but I don't know, man.
Of this treehouse.
Yeah, the moon landing. Listen, Just look at this motherfucker. I want you to see this motherfucker.
Oh, the moon landing was definitely some cartoon shit. I mean, I definitely know that was fake, but
look at this asshole right here. He's in
Hi, Chris.
space.
We're so proud of you, and we're following your adventures there. I hope Eddie is on his best behavior, and his snoring isn't keeping you awake too much at night.
What?
Eddie,
think we're fucking
lions
stupid, dude.
make a lot of noise when they snore, but we've been keeping Eddie inside a container, inside a cupboard, so his snores have been muffled. But he rode up to space with me, and he's been flying in space the whole time with me.
Where
Your
you getting this
Excellency.
shit?
Thank you for giving him to me.
This is just on. This is the
Chris, be
Canadian
careful. He
space
doesn't
channel.
sneak out of that cupboard, and he's
This is
quite an
Canadian
adventurer,
Space
you know.
Agency channel.
Man, they're
We've got a
trolling,
whole
man.
bunch
This
of
ain't
great
real.
students here with some
subscribers.
questions. Let's get on with them.
We have a first question here for you.
Hello, my name is Emily Zhu, and I'm in grade 6. I heard that your sense of taste is weaker in space. Is that true?
Man, they're trolling, dude.
Emily, your sense of taste, it's sort of like when you have a cold. And when you have a cold, all of the stuff that normally drains out of your nose gets plugged up there. And part of your taste is from your tongue and your smell and your senses. And when you can't smell, your food is hard to taste. It's the same for astronauts, because when we get to space, there's no gravity to pull all the stuff out of our head. And so we get sort of a swollen head, and it fills up our nose and makes our tongue kind of swollen, and you can't taste your food. After a week or so, your body gets used.
Man, I'm gonna tell these people like I'm saying like I tell my wife, man. You think I'm fucking stupid?
Jesus
used to
Christ.
it, your nose opens up again, and you can taste your food okay. But for the first week, it's like having a cold, and nothing tastes very strong or nothing tastes very good.
Oh wow.
Another question.
Hi, my name's Connell Sloan from Corpus Christi School in grade 6, and I was wondering what would happen if you put a marshmallow outside the space station.
What?
Well, you can see right through that window there. That's outside the space station. There's just
Think about just that, a window, right? That's a
Yeah,
breach,
right. That is
right?
crazy.
That's
Yeah,
a breach. A window, like think about like in the wintertime, right? Your windows, even when they're sealed shut, air still escapes, right?
Hey, you would think taking off would shatter every window on that motherfucker.
Or hurtling through space at 25,000 miles an hour.
Would wouldn't it shatter every fucking window?
No matter what it was made of. Like what kind of glass do we make
Yeah.
here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's yeah.
But what about the seal? Because windows are like seals. They're not like
Dude.
attached to the rest of the cabin. They're a seal. There's a seal to seal. It just I don't know. Man. And why is this motherfucker head not hitting the ceiling? Why is he not bobbing up and down? Like why is he just sitting right there? Because he's on a harness.
just a couple layers of glass between us and what is out there, which is the vacuum of space. There's no air. It's completely empty. And in the sun, in the shiny part, it's 150 degrees. And in the shade, it's minus 120 degrees. So let's take your marshmallow and take it outside. Well, first, there's no pressure. And in a marshmallow, there's all that sort of air pockets all trapped in there. That's what makes it all spongy. So your marshmallow would swell right up. And then if it went outside in the dark, if we were behind the Earth, your marshmallow would swell up and freeze. And so you'd have like a marshmallow snowball. And if your marshmallow was in the sun, if you went out in the sun, it would swell up and get all gooey. Not like roasting a marshmallow, but you'd have a big lake or river.
Let me.
Man.
Hello, I'm Sunny Williams. I'm up here on the International Space Station.
That's the International Space. That's what they're on. That's what they're telling us is a picture of that thing they're on.
That shit from Star Wars looked more high tech than this shit. You know?
Like,
So this is node 2. This is a really cool module. Of course, most of these modules you see, they have 4 sides, and they're put together. That way we could sort of work on a flat plane, either a wall, a floor, another wall, or the ceiling. But, you know, again, all you have to do is turn yourself and your reference changes. The reason I'm bringing that up is because this is where 4 out of 6 of us sleep.
Hey, man.
And
They
so
think we're
people always
fucking
ask about
retarded,
sleeping
man.
in space. Do you lie down? Are you in a bed?
A lot of us are.
Not really, because it doesn't matter. You don't really have the sensation of lying down.
Some of us are
You just
retarded.
sit in your sleeping bag. So here's one sleep station right here. I'm going in right now. You can follow me if you want.
It's like I want to kind of believe this shit
It's
is
sort
real,
of
but
like a
god
little phone
damn, this
booth,
shit is so fucking
but it's pretty
stupid, man.
comfy. I've got a sleeping bag right here that we
God
sleep in, so
damn.
we don't have
Why
sort
is
of like
this
a
shit
little bit
not
of a
floating?
cover. We don't fly all over the place. But, you know, you can sleep in any orientation. I have it sleeping, feeling like I'm standing up right now, but like you saw, I'm on the floor. But it doesn't matter if I turn
God
over
damn, dude.
and I sleep
What is that, Doug?
upside down. I can't have
Doug,
it. I don't have any
Doug Trump
sensation in my
says he
head.
agrees with something that was said. What do you agree with, man? What do you agree with?
Man.
That tells me that I'm upside down, so it really
damn.
doesn't matter.
We're in deep
The sleep
shit, man.
station is also like a little office. We've got a computer in here. As you can see, we've got a couple little toys. I've got some books. I've got some clothes and other things that make it sort of like home.
Why would you think that you're a professional? Like, you're serious. Like, why
But they are
would you
they are going all out on this shit though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like this it doesn't, nothing makes sense. Why is all the wires exposed? Like, why is every wire in there exposed?
God almighty, man.
This
Bitch looks like she's a dolphin. This bitch looks like a dolphin I've seen at the fucking gas station.
Yeah, but if you're weightless and you can't like control your body, why is every wire like just exposed?
And other things that make it sort of like home. I'm coming out. And just for reference, that's one sleep station.
Every wire, every wire is exposed. You see all that shit? Everywhere you go, all the wires are exposed in an environment where you can't control your body. Does that
They're
make
dedicated
sense?
to it though. Yeah.
This one's another right here. There's one on the ceiling, if you want to call it, right here. And then there's a fourth.
And in the Artemis, the bitch is sleeping upside down.
Yeah, this bitch is upside down. This bitch is upside down, man.
Niggas ain't chivalrous or nothing. They ain't like, oh, I'll take the upside down sleeping spot. Like,
man, I'd be freaking out, man. If I was upside down, I'd be freaking out, man.
Shit is crazy, man. This is bionic, man. Bonkers, man. Straight bonkers, man. Straight.
On the other wall, over here.
God damn.
So all of us sleep in a little bit of a circle. All right, come on back. There's more to show you. I know that there's some questions about how to use the bathroom and how do you actually live in space like normal, like at home. I mentioned real quickly about getting up in the morning and brushing your teeth and washing your face. Well, how do you do that? Well, here is the bathroom, essentially. You get up in the morning, and we have a little kit, and it has all the essential things that you need, like your toothbrush and toothpaste and brush. See how much better the brush makes my hair look?
Yeah.
I'm just joking. It still stands up straight. It doesn't matter where you are. It's always going to stand up straight while you're up in space. A lot of people ask about tooth.
Yeah. That's nuts.
Yeah, these people, this is if you just slow it down and listen. See, one thing about it, man, a lot of people don't listen, right? Especially in this situation like this where you already know, right? We've been indoctrinated. We already know. We've been to space. We go to space all the time. Space, movies. We already know. So it's like you got to take yourself to a place where you know nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then just watch it. Watch it like you pretend you don't know anything about space or anything about that, and just watch what they're doing. Watch it and listen.
Brush and toothpaste. So, luckily enough, toothpaste, you can do it upside right this way, is sticky, and so it sticks to your toothbrush, no problem. Another cool thing is that water sticks to your toothbrush too. If you can see it, I'll have some water come out. The water is pretty neat up in space. It'll stick to
The
your
water
toothbrush.
floats and every wire is exposed. Every fucking wire in the ship is exposed in a place where water floats.
And it will make a big bubble. And that's just by surface tension. And then you can drink it. So a lot of people ask about what do you do with the toothpaste after you brush your teeth. Two options. Swallow it, and it's sort of like mouthwash. But it tastes a little gross.
What if you bust a nut in space?
Or
you bust on
you can just spit it out in
the bitch's face in space, it was the nut gonna fly away. Like seriously, like come on, man. Like this shit is crazy, man.
Paper towel, and then you don't have to worry about it. Swallowing thing I wouldn't recommend at home. I'm only up here for 4 months, so it's not that bad. One of the most pressing questions about living in space, of course, is the bathroom. So let's take a look at that little piece of work. Come on in. Here we are at the throne. This is awesome. You might see the little, you might have noticed the little moon on the outside. This is our orbital outhouse right here. And of course, it serves for two functions. Number 2, right here. I'll show you. But you see it's pretty small, so you have to have pretty good aim, and you be ready to make sure things get let go the right direction. And it smells a little bit, so I'm closing it up. And that's, of course.
So you gotta sit on that. You gotta sit on that to take a shit. You gotta sit on this while you're weightless. And hope.
Be ready to make sure things get let go the right direction. And it smells a little bit, so I'm closing it up. And that's, of course, for number 2. And this guy right here is for number 1. So they're sort of two slightly separate functions, but you can do a little, essentially both, by hanging on right here and doing number 1 and number 2. I might add it's color coded, so you really don't get it mixed up, which is nice. This is yellows for number 1. And also, there's a selection of paper. People always ask about toilet paper. What do you do with toilet paper? What kind of toilet paper do you have? We have gloves, just because sometimes it does get messy. We have some Russian wipes, which are a little bit coarse if you like the coarse type of toilet paper. We have some nice tissues, which are nice and soft if you like soft toilet paper. We have Huggies, just for any cleanup. You know, we were all babies once, and this sort of helps. And then if things get really out of control, we have disinfectant wipes, just to make sure we clean up here. Because, you know, just like the water I showed you, the number 1 stuff can sort of go all over the place if you don't aim correctly. And did I mention both of these have a little bit of suction, so they should keep things going in the right direction. But
they should, Bitch, you're up there. Does it or not? She said it should keep things going in the right direction. Bitch, you're up there.
Is it supposed to be live like right now? Is it supposed to be going on live right now?
No, this is years ago. This is
Oh, okay.
This is I'm just showing you like this is 13 years ago. Here go another one. We did this yesterday. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's do this one.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and give the full-on Luca Parmitano look for the hatch opening ceremony. So please join me to Chris's barbershop. Okay, so here's how we cut hair in space. We have the standard hair trimmer, but the hair would go all over the place. So we need to connect it to our vacuum cleaner.
Why do you need to cut your hair in space? Like,
no shit.
That's a serious mission. That like,
that's too many details. Too many bullshit details.
I can get brushing your teeth, right? I could deal with that. Brushing your teeth. Yeah, but why would you need to cut your hair in space?
Yeah, it's too many stupid details, man. You know.
Yeah.
It's right here. And now we're ready to.
And why would you bring this big ass, like, there's room for that? I thought room is at a premium, right? Space is at a premium. Y'all just bringing, like, got everything up there and shit.
Yeah, bring the golf clubs. Bring all that shit.
Here's your last look at the Mohawk. It's coming off. I don't think I've looked like this since Plebe Summer.
You know, damn it, man.
Well, that's pretty close to what Luca has going on, but it's not quite the full pop.
I knew NASA was racist, but listen, man, this is straight up bullshit. Okay, running in space.
Hi, welcome to the International Space Station. As all of my family and friends know, I love to run when I'm on Earth. Luckily, we have the capability to run here on the space station too. In fact, it's one of the 3 exercises that we do on a daily basis to help keep our hearts and our bones and our muscles strong while we're here without the gravity.
Hey, look how stiff her hair is, man.
Affecting our body every single day.
Yeah.
So let me show you how we do it.
Look at her hair, man.
This is our treadmill.
Hair hole.
It's called T2.
Yeah, that ain't flowing with. That doesn't look like it's flowing. Yeah.
You'll notice that the treadmill can
every
move.
wire is exposed.
It's on a
It doesn't make any sense.
Vibration isolation system, like all of our exercise equipment is. And the reason is because there are a lot of loads when we run on a treadmill, and we really don't want to impart those loads onto the space station.
You know, every picture they've ever taken, man, is a fucking cartoon, right?
Vibration isolation system.
Yeah.
Obviously, in space, we need something to keep us on the ground while we're running. What we use is a harness, which is very much like a backpacking harness, and the straps are adjusted so that the load is evenly distributed between your shoulders and your hips, just as if you were backpacking. We attach, by these rings, the harness to a system of hooks and bungee cord. You can see there's some stretch in the bungee cord, and then we can adjust and change the number of hooks that we use. Today I'm going to use 4 hooks. If I were to use 3 hooks, it would provide a little more load. If I used 5 hooks, it would be a little less load. And then in that way, we can adjust the amount of load on our body as we're running. The T2 is controlled by our laptop here in front of the treadmill. And once I'm all strapped in, I can go ahead and select a protocol. Our trainers on the ground get protocols designed for us that we can use. Load the protocol. This is an interval protocol that I can do. And now you can see that there's a target load. The target that the
Hello everyone, I'm going to show you how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich from the International Space Station. Every time we eat, it's kind of fun. Everything will float around if you don't manage it. So we have some tape to stick things on our table here, as well as a bunch of Velcro. All right, so the first thing we need for our sandwich is a piece of bread. Well, up here, we don't have bread like you do.
Yeah.
We
You
have
see how his
tortillas.
shirt's like that? You see how the back of his shirt is?
A lot for sandwiches. So that's what I'm going to use for my peanut butter
You
and
said
jelly.
they don't have bread in space, but on the other one, we saw the dude on Artemis. The dude had some bread. He was like his bread was floating. The Artemis guy. He this one says we don't have.
So
I'm going to stick that down in some tape.
How high up do you think we've gone, man?
I think we've gone. Probably what, maybe 100,000 feet, or whatever. I don't know.
Like as far as airplanes, and that's it. Huh?
Airplanes are like 30,000 feet. I think they're going higher than airplanes.
That's about it, huh?
Yeah, I mean, once you get up, it's freezing. Like it's freezing at 30,000 feet.
Right.
Freezing.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Tape here so it doesn't go floating away while I'm getting everything else ready. So I'll get my peanut butter out, and even the lids on the peanut butter have a piece of Velcro on it so they don't go floating away. If I let it go, it'll kind of just float there for a little while, and then eventually the air conditioning system in here will take it away somewhere else. So I don't want to lose it. So I'm going to stick it on the table. I'll scoop out some peanut butter for my sandwich. I got to stick this somewhere, otherwise it just goes floating away too. But just for now, if it's just a few seconds like this, I can just leave it, let it float. I'll spread the peanut butter on my sandwich, onto the tortilla. And then I'll get my jelly ready. It's a lot of things you got to think about and manage while you're
What is he doing right
eating
there, man?
here.
Is that how the fuck are they making that float?
And you just spread the jelly on the sandwich.
I mean, there's some way to like recreating weightlessness.
That as well needs to get attached to the table. So there's my peanut butter and jelly tortilla or sandwich. From up here, I'll just kind of close it up.
Really? Like, come on, man.
And enjoy. And see if you guys can enjoy it as it's coming to you.
Damn, that looked convincing though, man. Shit. Oh, fuck.
They got every fucking thing up there.
Hey, wicked, man. What do you think, man?
It's a Walmart in space, man. Like this is the real shit they say they're doing. This is not me like bullshitting. This is them like this is the shit they put out. You gotta remember, like I didn't put this shit out. You guys are like acting like, oh my god, man, this right here is so funny, man. NASA bloopers and blunders. Okay.
Control's a major
It's a green screen behind me. Look at this shit. This is the shit that they put out. This is NASA. Look at his. You see his wires showing. His harness is showing. That's Scott Kelly. This is the guy who was tried to tell the soldiers they didn't have to follow orders. Well, that's his brother. I don't know. He got a brother. This guy, Kelly.
This is mind control to major.
This is all shit that NASA's put out. the cameraman is reflected off of his.
I mean, just the fact that whenever they did that moon landing shit, there was somebody on the moon to film the fucking spaceship taking back off to go back to Earth, man. What happened to that dude?
He's still up there, man. Word is, word is, man. Word is, he they left him with a couple dirty magazines, man.
Right?
He's still up there,
What
man.
the fuck, man?
Mind control to Major Tom. Earth is flattened as a dome of a song.
Yeah, a lot of the weightlessness scenes are done underwater because water it is done underwater and bubbles, bubbles float, bubbles in the shit.
What do you think, Wicked? Huh?
Wicked, he on Burrito, man. He probably got to go.
Man, I'm on burrito too, man.
You on Burrito?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Like some burrito or on burrito?
No, man, I'm on burrito, man.
Totally?
Totally.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So you got to get
Yeah.
on the roof in the morning too, man.
Man, I'm just from Texas. That's why I sound like this.
Wow, that's crazy. Oh, you the one, buddy. You the one with the prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's poppin'? We're in deep shit, Ark. We're in deep shit, dude.
Yeah, man. I mean, but like,
Most
did you
people
used
buy.
to believe? Did you used to believe this shit? Because I used to believe this shit up until recently, relatively recently.
Yeah,
You
most
grew
people
up-
buy this shit, man.
You grew up believing this shit, right?
Huh?
You grew up believing this shit.
Man, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, man.
Like this is all the fact that this is the stuff they put out. This is not like recreations. This is their shit. Look.
You're crazy for thinking your movies would fool me. You're crazy for trying and crazy for lying, and I'm crazy for believing you. You're crazy for thinking that
Man, you think this is just a distraction, man? Or what?
I think it's just what it is. Like, first of all, they get a lot of money every year.
I mean, but you think they're distracting us from fucking blowing up the sand niggers or what, man?
I don't know. I don't think it has
Because-
anything to do with that, man. I think it
You don't
has.
think so?
They started the lie and then continuing to tell the lie.
They are beating this fucking
How
horse.
embarrassing would it be? Would them come out and say, "Hey, man, we lied about going to the moon, but
They can't.
but we really about to go now."
They can't. They can't. They're stuck.
We
They're
really
stuck
about to go
in
now.
this shit. They have to go all out now.
Yeah. And this stuff was planned before Iran. This is nothing to do with any war going on or anything like that. All this stuff, all these missions, they have to do missions every once in a while to justify the funding.
Just to keep up appearances.
Yeah, I mean, like, what are they getting $1 gazillion every month, every year for? What I mean, like.
Oh,
You
here we go.
notice?
Here's some
You
DEI.
tell me, do you notice this? Do
Look,
you
here's some
notice that?
DEIs right here, man.
Do you notice that the scenes where they're front facing, the movements are different than the scenes where they're like floating around in the space and in the ship? Like whenever they're like looking at the camera, they're always like, they're never like bobbing or floating out of control. They're always just sitting right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's never
But they
none of
always
them.
they always make sure to stick to DEI shit. No.
This is all their shit. It says, since when do clouds cover the entire earth?
Rick, wake up, man.
Just look at this shit. Just look at this shit. If they're really weightless, they would just be like, they would be moving more than that. Look, you see that? It's his handboard.
You think most people care about this shit thing?
I don't think people care, but I think that a lot of people don't want to. Like, you don't want to know. Like, think about it, right? Why would you? Why would you want to know that this was fake?
I fucking argue. I mean, I've had fights with my in-laws about this shit, about the moon landing, because you know they're boomers. You know what I mean? So,
but I mean, even like the idea of a cell phone, right? If we could do cell phones and we could like talk over over a cell phone, even the wired phone,
dude, they didn't have none
anything.
They didn't have none of this shit back in the day, man.
But what I'm saying is, why not? Like, why is it beyond, possibility? Again, the idea of a wired phone, is crazy, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Paper on the wall, the netting there on the back. This contraption here on the right wall, and there's some boxes, something bungee corded above there. Now, all those objects are on a separate virtual layer, so they can be manipulated by software to look as if they are floating around. And of course, our three stooges here who are pretending to be astronauts. These guys are also on a separate video layer. And what makes it even worse, they're not even in the same room together. Thanks to the technology of telemetrics, which can bring people in from all over the place and put them in a virtual reality environment. So what you're about to see, if the camera that contains the virtual reality layer, glitches out, or has maybe compression errors, then that layer will also glitch out. And this is exactly what we're going to see now.
Where are the women?
Thank you very much again.
Are these all gliders right here?
Have a good flight and many more exciting experiments on the
That's
orbit.
a China man.
Now, when they said goodbye, I guess the virtual reality camera was cut off. And so the objects that were on the virtual reality layer, the objects that needed to be floated in space by 3D software, vanish out. I want you to notice the hall, the other camera, the stage prop, the hall stays perfectly in focus. If this had been a compression error from the ISS, the whole video would have washed out. But only the virtual reality layer gets washed out here. Also note, you can see the green screen behind the guy right about here. There it is, the green screen right there. Behind him starts to show, and then they cut to mission control. So this is Mike destroying the fake station once again. Please like and subscribe.
Yo, this is crazy, man. When are we gonna get back to jumping on the fucking Juice Crew, man?
This is their shit.
Here we go.
This is good
Commander
shit.
Fisher
This is good
and
shit.
Commander Whitson and Colonel Fisher. It is an honor for all
They'll
of
blame this on the Jews somehow. If it comes out, like put it like this, when they finally have to admit that this shit is fake, or it comes out that this shit is fake, the Juice Crew will take the fall for it.
Let's get right to it. Johnson Space Center, can you do the audio check? Coming. We should hear it in the room very shortly.
What is it? I thought it was.
This is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
Yes, we're ready for the event.
Please call station for a voice check.
Okay, here we go. Hello, Commander Fisher and Commander Whitson and Colonel Fisher. It is an honor for all of us and those online to join you and all of your colleagues at NASA in the first ever live 4K stream from space. What is the ISS position in orbit right now?
Start the clock. What's the, see?
11 seconds.
Why is he reminding them how long the delay is?
He told them what to say right there.
No, he's telling them how long the delay is because they have to pretend like there's a delay.
Well, we're just passing over Baja, California, and we're heading in an arc over North America. By the time we finish talking, we'll be over Central Africa.
Wow. Amazing, amazing. Before we learn more about NASA's...
Well,
yeah, this is some Juice Crew shit, man.
Central Africa.
Wow.
He wasn't supposed to hear the woo. Remember, there's a 7, there's a 10. Remember, there's a 11-second delay. Watch. There's a 11-second delay, allegedly, right? Watch.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, they didn't have 11 seconds delay when they did the moon landing.
Amazing. Amazing.
There's no delay because they're on Earth.
Technology's gotten worse. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, definitely. Well, this is 13 years ago. This is a long time ago. This is
Right, but when they did the moon landing, they were talking to the president on the phone. Like it was like
right. Technology's gotten worse. Fact.
Share about Peggy's exciting achievement that was recently made on the ISS and in space. Peggy, you've made 8 spacewalks, and you recently set the record for the most.
Bitch has made 8 spacewalks.
Man, that is fucking. That's pretty lofty, man.
Come on, man.
8 spacewalks. That's impressive.
I got you, Snake. I'm looking at your email now. I got you. I'm gonna do that.
In space by an American astronaut. Congratulations. What inspired you to become an astronaut?
The delay might be a good time to point out that when Peg's turret returns to Earth in September, she will have spent 666 days in space. These bitches in space for 666 days, shitting in that little bag and pissing in the vacuum cleaner and motherfucking. So you don't have your cycle in space. Your cycle shuts off in space, right? Oh, she's old. She probably don't have a cycle anymore.
Actually, when I was growing up, I saw the first men walk on the moon, and I thought, wow, cool job. Of course, it didn't really become a goal of mine. It was just a dream. But when I graduated from high school, the first female astronauts were selected. And that's when it truly became a goal for me. Luckily, I had no idea how hard it would be, and I just worked really, really hard and spent a lot of years getting there, and a lot of hard work. But in the end, I got lucky, and some of that work.
This doesn't even look like they're there. Like this is terrible, terrible fusing them with the environment. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you could tell they're not there. Like this is not.
That's a green screen.
Yeah.
So it's been well worth the journey for sure.
Well, it's an inspiration to thousands of students in the United States and the entire world. So thank you so much. Now, of course, we're calling from the NAB show here in Las Vegas, where next generation broadcast and production technology comes to life. Are there any films about space that have truly inspired you?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Well, for me, it was definitely the right stuff.
Damn, I bet you they wish
the
they
Soyuz launch, but we are anxiously awaiting and looking.
Like they don't give a fuck.
They don't care if we know it or not.
Like if you look at the comment section of any NASA video, it's 100%.
They know this shit janky as fuck.
Forward to greeting our new
You
crewmates
gotta
up
actually
here.
be looking for this stuff though. Like if you just watching it, like okay, we've been to space a million times. We landed on the moon, astronaut. If you believe all that stuff and you just look at this, you won't.
You're all in at that point.
You won't catch these little glitches and shit.
Well, is there any chance that your mission might be extended? And if so, what's the word on when you'll be returning? And how do you feel about spending potentially some extra weeks up there?
Yeah, so we're still waiting to hear word from all of that, and of
The
course,
delay is 2 seconds.
our Russian partners are going to let us know as soon as they have any word.
Yeah,
the delay. Fuck, not back in the 60s. There wasn't.
The cupola, ready to play a little music.
Indeed, your scenery looks a little nicer than ours.
So now they're playing music together. How do you? If there's a delay,
yeah.
How can he play his guitar in space with you if there's a delay?
What, are they going to sing along or what?
Your trusty floating guitar pick with you? Excellent.
You're fucking retarded, man.
Subject to gravity. Yeah, I know. Yours matches your mission patch. Gleeks, are you guys ready to do this? Yeah. Chris, ready to go?
Yes, Ed, I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
On solid fuel wires, turn the key and light the fire. We're leaving Earth today. This rocket's burning bright. We'll soon be out of sight and orbiting in space.
Awesome. God damn.
Everybody's awfully quiet, man.
Push back in my seat. Look out my window. There goes home. That ball of shiny blue houses everybody anybody ever knew. So sing your song, I'm listening. Out where stars are listening.
Those girls ain't in on it. They think this is really happening.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, those girls.
They don't know what's going on.
Girls just like, oh, we sitting with astronaut.
Houses everybody anybody ever knew. So sing your song, I'm listening.
This is like
Come
the
on, man.
this is like unsalted. This is like fucking this is the potato salad with raisins of music.
This is like my fucking me singing in the shower and
Yeah,
shit.
this is the tofu and garbanzo bean salad of fucking music, yo. The fuck is this shit? You can't even hype this shit up.
The stars are listening. I can hear your voices bouncing off the moon. If you could see a bullet can't go oceans racing past. Do so soon. Push back in my
Oh,
seat.
we're fucked. What I'm saying is, man. I'm out.
All right, man. Take it easy, bro. All right, let's get back to these modern motherfuckers, man. Let's get back to what's going on right now, man, on the space station, man.
He is using is the flywheel
the
device.
Artemis. This motherfucker working out and shit. Now
The flywheel is a cable-based device, so you can use it for either aerobic exercise.
Now this thing is infinitely smaller than the space station. This is the size of, they said, what, 2 Pacificas? 2 minivans? So the other one they won, where I showed you, that was the space station. That was kind of big. Space station is kind of like got a lot of room in it. This place got like no room in it.
This view really gives a great look inside Orion and at the size and space available. Again, you're looking at 330 cubic feet habitable volume, so about the size of 2 minivans inside. The crew obviously did not launch in Orion in this configuration. They have since been able to stow quite a lot of the hardware that was used during the launch portion. That gives them more space to move about the cabin.
And Chris, if it helps you, Victor and I have both exercised, so he is more than happy to do the S-band SAT mode DFTO on time.
Thanks, Reed. Just talking down here with the team to make sure I got the right words to give you. We'd like that S-band SAT mode DFTO to slide 30 minutes to the right for some ground config. But then the EMERCOM DFTO will stay where it is.
Okay, that sounds good. Ike will be ready 30 late for S-band SAT mode, but if you could also please give us a heads up when your commanding is done and you're ready for that activity, that would help us out.
Absolutely, Wilco. The other thing we want to remind you is that in your midday meal, we have about a 1 hour forward DSN LOS.
Those
But most of that we've
astronauts
got
had a
returned.
lot of problems
kind
when
of
they
in the
returned because they were living a lie. This is a huge lie. This is a huge fucking lie, man. Salute to Barry B. Barry B's build. This is a huge fucking lie to be telling, man. This is a huge fucking lie to be telling, man. This is a huge lie to be telling. Look at these people. All these people are actors. You know what I mean? I know they're not like actors in Hollywood, but they're actors. This is crazy.
Copy all. I will up.
Victor Glover having completed his
This nigga that got. So he says he got a nice body. He works out. He's up here naked and shit. This nigga up here in his drawers.
The crew continues their midday meal.
Baby's in the book. Nigga washing his feet and shit.
NASA astronaut Victor Glover having completed his exercise. Cleaning up in space. Obviously, we do not have showers aboard the Orion spacecraft.
There's no showers. Yo. There's no showers in the Orion spacecraft. And listen, you can go 10 days without a shower. I'm not saying you can't. But what I'm saying is like, yo, in this small, it's just this small place with 4 motherfuckers. How does she wash her coochie? How does she wash her coochie? He washing his feet with napkins and shit. It looked like he went to fucking Burger King and asked for extra napkins. He washing his feet with them shits. This nigga trying not to look at him. Look at it. You see the white dude trying to look everywhere but else. White dude like, shit, man. I ain't trying to look at this nigga naked, man. White dude trying to look every other way. I bet the bitch she looking. Where she at? Where the bitch at? I know she looking. I know she crotch watching. Unbelievable, man. Diabolical, man. Let's get into some some other stuff, man. We're gonna get into some. We're gonna try to get a little bit of other stuff in, man. I did wanna cover something else. Yeah, the Trump supporter, man. Yeah, I did want to cover that. Yeah. What's her name? Christine Jones. I think that's her name.
A story you likely haven't heard much about from the legacy media. A 61-year-old woman in Madison, Wisconsin, gunned down cold blood while walking into work.
Yeah, she was allegedly targeted by a former co-worker with a grudge and a political vendetta. Our crime correspondent Jason Matera here with the details.
Yeah, Carl Charlo, once you hear these details, it'll be pretty clear why the so-called mainstream media isn't exactly rushing to cover this one. Diamond Wallace, she's going to be shown here, is set to make her...
Diamond, she looked like one of the niggas that helped Pooch Shiesty kidnap Gucci Mane, man. They let her out already, man. And she back up to no good, man. Bitch. Why you do that? Why you kidnap Gucci Mane, bitch? This shit crazy, man. Diamond. Her name is Diamond. Bitch,
This one. Diamond Wallace, she's going to be shown here, is set to make her next court. There she is, set to make her next court appearance on April 1st. She's being held on a $2 million bond, facing a first-degree murder charge in the killing of Christine Jones. a 61-year-old hotel employee in Madison, Wisconsin. Police say this attack unfolds on March 22nd. Jones parks her car in the hotel garage and starts to head for the entrance a little before 8 a.m. Authorities say at this point, surveillance video shows someone running up behind Jones, and seconds later, she's on the ground, shot in the back and pronounced dead at the scene. The accused killer, Diamond Wallace, who also went by the name St. Laurel Vargas, wasn't a total stranger. She apparently worked at the same hotel as the victim, but was fired last year. Yet this attack doesn't appear to be simply a workplace grudge, but a political targeting as well. According to the criminal complaint, Diamond Wallace had expressed animosity towards the victim, Jones, because she was a Trump supporter. Court records also indicate that Jones had a Trump hat visible in her vehicle, something police had discovered after her body was found. This shooting is now at the center of a larger debate over left-wing political violence. The Dane County GOP says city leaders there have turned Madison, Wisconsin into a hostile place for anyone who doesn't fall in line with leftist orthodoxy.
There's a fair amount of political violence that has taken place here. A lot of our people are very scared of what's going on in Dane County and in Madison. And we don't hold events in downtown Madison for this precise reason. And you never know what's going to happen. To say that they're scared is an understatement.
What makes this alleged murder even worse is that Diamond Wallace, or St. Laurel Vargas, whatever her name is, wasn't even supposed to have a gun. She's apparently a convicted felon, yet somehow police say she got her hands on a .380 and allegedly used it to execute a former coworker, a woman that she reportedly despised for supporting Donald Trump. And the coverage of this attack, aside from a few local outlets, has been practically non-existent. Surprise, surprise.
Weird. All the gun laws didn't stop a bad guy from getting a gun.
And why haven't we heard about this at all? Someone guns down someone because they have a MAGA hat in their car?
Just flip the roles real quick.
Yeah.
A white Trump supporter, God forbid, ever shot a black Democrat. Wall to wall, you'd have BLM march all over again.
Yeah, but this is the first that we're hearing about this. All right, Jason, thank you.
Information. Truth.
Damn.
Media, a 61-year-old woman in Madison, Wisconsin.
Damn. That's a rough looking bitch, man. Jeez. Wow. 0 stories, man. Wow. 0. Wow, nobody's covering this story, man. Thank God for YouTube, man. Thank God for YouTube. Oh, man. Oh my God, man. We gonna come back tomorrow, man. You know what, man? I might even try to come back during the day tomorrow, man. I might even try to come back during the day tomorrow, man. But make sure you're here tomorrow night, man. Make sure you come here tomorrow night, man. Make sure we're gonna do more. We're gonna do some more crime tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna do more crime. We're gonna touch up on the Artemis thing. We're gonna see where they at. We're gonna see what they talking about Artemis. But tomorrow we're gonna do a lot more crime stories like this, and we're gonna do some Artemis. We're gonna see. We're gonna check in with them. I think I laid the foundation though. I think I got some converts, man. If you a convert, press 1, man. If you've converted to my view of NASA, press 1 right now, man. If you've converted, well, I've swayed you. Have I swayed you? Yeah, so yeah, shout out to Black Conservative, man. His perspective, man. That motherfucker works hard, man. I don't know how he sleeps, man. I would love to have talk to Greg, man. See how the fuck he produces all that content, man. That shit is crazy. He said, hell nah. Anyway, man, salute to all you guys, man. Same black time, same black channel. Subscribe.